of night, or show them at least.
Fog of War really doesn't work very well. We
It's kind
discovered
of
that
cool
last
though.
night.
If it did work, it would be awesome.
It would be great if it worked, but oh well.
Are you able to set it up just like that, or is that not a prep?
Well, I could activate it if you just want to see it. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't do it on this map. Let's move all the figurines off to your places. I'll grab Morgs and put it over here. I'll grab Vin and Traxxas and put them in the blue area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put
I was
I've kind of
Shishkarn in your
figured it out.
area.
Must be a flea man
And
group,
there's your
right?
Vrensa figurine. Everybody clear? All off the map?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so we got to be careful when I'm changing maps because it'll kind of disappear things. So here we go.
Save the backup. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm
I'll
good.
take your character away.
We'll do a fog of war test on one of my battle maps that I prepped after it finishes lagging. It does that now and then. Let's see, we got an elf camp. This one's kind of cool.
Let's see. Loads.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so I plopped the fog of war tokens down over here, and let's see. I'll hit setup.
Well, here we go again with the white maps again.
Did that work?
Dude, there's clouds on this map.
Hang on. Fog of war.
And now it's just a black.
Setup. I have to click on this.
No, my character is gone. Okay.
All right.
It's not gone.
So, all
It's
right.
just-
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Oh, damn, I didn't want to copy those. Fuck.
I'm still having issues of loading
Fuck.
maps.
Ah, that's annoying. All right, try again. Fog of war.
Adding more stuff to me.
Yeah, if you leave characters on the ledge, like around the map, sometimes it will, for you, your character is gonna disappear. Other people might be able to see it.
All right. So hopefully I'm not
Nice
selecting
job.
that now. I'm selecting only this, right? All right. So I can go to toggles and I can do reveal fog of war. And now I have a revealer. So when you come in from the side of the map here, it'll like reveal this little area here, and then you'll sneak over and you'll hide behind this tree, and then you sneak around, you find this tent here, and it's fog of war. It works just like that.
It's pretty cool, man. I like this. I take on a smaller map where there's not as many. Well, actually, yesterday though, it was a smaller map and there wasn't too many objects. What was bugging it yesterday? Do you know?
The issue we were having was the fog of war overlaps figurines. So if I take this figurine and I put it here, nobody can see the distance marker when it's near or under a fog
I
of
see.
war.
So it's like you need like it's like the characters should have like the lantern effect on them. That way they're never affected by that.
Are you seeing the distance thing that I'm seeing?
No, I don't see the distance thing though.
All right.
But
See,
put
that's
it
the
put
problem
it
because I'm looking at it and it's like 15, 10, 5.
put it
I
back
see the
down for a
distance.
second though. Yeah, you're right. Oh, no, now it's working for me. It's like oh, you really can't be close from the fog of war. You have to be far.
Right, right. Any little bit of fog of war makes it not visible, which is annoying.
Yeah, it really
Oh.
bugs the distance thing.
I like this, the candle, how it works.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be
Oh,
all right if used correctly.
Try the lighting of the room changes to show like what it looks like when you have the candles around when it's dark. I like that. That was pretty cool. Like when you're in the dungeon and
All right, so get rid of the fog of war. Put my little candle over here.
yeah, automatically once you take away the fog, like the distance calculators.
All right,
Works
so this is super cool. It's got the whole day lighting. So here's dawn.
Don't hide your candle, man.
Here's mid-morning.
Just wait there.
Here's dusk. Evening.
It's not changing for me.
Midnight.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing.
Nothing?
It's not changing.
That's weird.
So can you mind promoting me? Again.
Yeah, on my screen, all of the lighting has changed.
I'll come back. I'm gonna go to main menu and come back.
Even if it doesn't work for me, it should be fine. Let's be a 3-man group tonight.
What does the lighting look like on your screen?
And same as like a morning, stuff like that.
Can't find your game.
Because on my screen, it's dark. Here, if I click on this one, it's blood red. Do you see everything red?
Nope.
The fuck? What if I kick you out of the table and then you come back?
God. And then I'll have to deal with all the loading up again.
I don't understand why you're not seeing lighting. Do you have lighting turned off in the menu somewhere?
That I know of. What?
Is that even an option? Configuration, graphics, resolution, VSync, shadow quality. What's your shadow quality set at?
I don't really mess with my settings, so it's basically on like the normal you start off with.
Weird. I don't know what the deal is then. What about you, Chris? You see the lighting?
Trying to reload in. It's taking a while.
Should be blood red.
Might have to restart the table, like we did yesterday to fix a bunch of small bugs. You know the buttons. Right now, when I'm reloading, I'm seeing like people underneath the table, and oh, maybe not anymore. Oh, actually, it is blood red. Like the table is like.
All right.
Actually,
So the lighting works for you. Here, let me change it to something else. Do you see the DM
Let me,
black?
I'm gonna stream so people can see what they're supposed to see, I guess.
Let me see if I log back in.
Yeah, this is helpful. I'll look at your stream and see what you're seeing. You see the blood red.
Oh yeah, that's a big change.
Now I see it.
I gotta restart.
I like the
everything.
night, like this. This is awesome, and
It finally started working for me.
the candle effects are awesome too. Like for your table, so you can see what's going on there.
Fucking clashed.
I don't know what changed for me personally, but now I can see shit.
Cool. Well, that's good. I like when things work the way they're supposed to. Did you notice there's clouds way up here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't change the initiative tracker though for some reason.
So I was holding off on explaining that. I was hoping more people would be here, but
You have to reset it first.
basically the way the initiative works is you have to enter it manually. I have to hit reset, and it blanks everything out, and then you manually enter your initiative. So I'll name this Templar, and then I'll give him an initiative of 3, and then all of you have to go to your initiative tracker and put in your name and put in your initiative, but not your modifier. You need to actually roll a dice and add your modifier and put the total on here.
Oh god. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show that to me
So
again.
everybody gets to roll their own initiative, but we only roll the initiative once in a combat, and then it loops. So when we start a battle, everybody gets to roll their own initiative and put it on the token.
Yeah, you right click on it, you change the name where it says green player or red player or whatever. You put your name there. And then when he asks, you just change the number on the puck. You won't be able to change it once it's
And then you just
What's
roll on the
showing?
dice tower, And then once you put the initiative, this will dice tower. D20.
Hold on, guys. We got AFK for a minute.
That's fine.
Yeah, you roll 20 plus your initiative.
17, like that.
Yeah, so you get a +3. There you go. So on your puck, well, which you're blue? Are you
Oh, I'm pink.
pink?
Here's the Elven Market.
So you change it to 17.
Ooh, what's that? Could that be
Oh,
an
man.
iron mine?
I don't think we should do that on like 3 people. I mean,
Okay,
possible.
so you get 17, and then your puck there. Right click on it. Okay, and then at the bottom where you see pink player, put your character's name in there. Like replace pink player by your character's name.
So this is the Kank Inn that you guys have been staying at. This map sucks ass. I'll try to improve this at some point in Photoshop, but at least we could, like, I don't know, decorate it and make it a little nicer. We could put stuff on it and save it, and it would be like a more detailed environment with a bar and some figurines on it. Turn this into an actual setting for some RP. That could be cool. But I'm definitely going to need to colorize this because these black and white maps suck.
We can get a commission. Someone make a Wed King Inn.
Yeah. You know any artists?
Yeah, I know a few people that do not so okay jobs.
Here's that other bar you went to. Super
Okay.
zoomed in. You could have really big figurines on this map. It's supposed to automatically scale your figurines when I set the scaling tool. So hopefully everybody's figurines will change to the right scale automatically using that.
Holy shit! How did I become so tiny?
Let's see, let me
Odd.
build this one. Did I put anything on here? Yeah, I put the figurines on here. So you can see I already started detailing this. This is sort of the deal. I can just click it and load in all of the figurines that are on here.
My character is all tiny now.
Yeah, you're a halfling. You didn't know it, but you are now.
Secretly, you've been a halfling.
Is there anything special about Halfling and Dark Sun?
The cannibals.
So if we wanted to make you bigger, the way it's supposed to work is I drop the scaling tool on here and I say that this is a 5-foot square here. Did that work? Did you get bigger?
I shrank even more.
You shrank even more.
Yeah,
Hang on.
everybody shrank on the table.
What if I say that this is...
That'd be like
10
15
feet.
feet.
I'll say this is 10 feet. How big do you get?
Jesus.
Boom.
Oh, no.
Normal size now.
Oh God.
Ish. I could be a tiny bit taller, but that's something like I can adjust easily.
Yeah, you might be too big with that. Let's make
Maybe we
that
just-
20 feet.
We'll do scaling
let's
ourselves.
change it. Like we change it ourselves, and then after that, like because
Let's do
all
that.
the characters right now are all scaled differently.
20 feet's pretty good. Looks like everybody's the right size for this map now. Alright, so that's the scaling tool. We can automatically adjust all these figurines that are injected when we enter a new map with a new scale. And then I can manually set up the size of the figurines when I place them like this for all the NPCs. But anyway, so like you can see how cool that is. Like it goes from being like just a map to being like a fully detailed bar with like look at all the alcohol I put on the bar there. I put some detail work into this.
Ah yes, potion of flying, lightning resistant. Definitely good bios.
Good beers, yeah. They have pep.
Damn.
Very expensive.
Yeah, it's like it's a $700 gold piece bottle of wine.
Yeah,
A
700
couple
ceramic pieces for one bottle.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, grab your figurines off this map, if
Yeah,
you
it's
would.
off.
And I'll change maps again. Clear this one. Poof, it's gone. Recalling zone. All right, when I loaded this, I feel like I lost something. Did something not load? It was giving me error messages. I think something that I used on this map didn't load, but I don't know what.
Whose chest this is,
But anyway, you can see when you go outside the city, if you have a random encounter with some creature in the wastes, this is what it would sort of look like here. You can see there's some rocks you could hide behind and some cactuses you might have to avoid. Some high ground to get the high ground advantage and stuff. Some places to stealth.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, you can really tether this stable, man, to so much. I find like I love the popping in and out of the maps, like switching just like a. It's freaking awesome.
And they can be really detailed too, like this map with all these objects on it, all these trees and plants and things. Let's see, what else have I got here? That's the desert sands. You saw the elf camp. There's one. What could live in there?
that definitely looks like a wyvern, probably.
Or bigger.
So you saw
I
the
mean, yeah,
elf
what-
camp.
Actually, in this world, yeah, we don't have the big posters in the back right now. But that's okay. I don't know if they were causing a little bit of lagging before.
Oh, now this is a little something for later.
This might be the large battle.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of troops. Just hope we don't rush in and we lose.
Uh-oh.
Is this going to be
It's taking a
played
while
like
to load.
Warhammer?
There it goes. Oof.
Is this going to be a Warhammer encounter?
I was afraid it wasn't going to load there for a moment. What do you think?
The image you're not requesting does not exist or is no longer available.
Are we playing Cyberpunk here? And like, what's going on?
So this is when you're traveling. When the army is traveling, you travel with a giant super wagon.
You should take a look at the characters on the table when you're changing the maps like that. It's mine is so fucking big now.
The image you're requesting does not exist.
Which image?
The center
Uh,
one behind the
The
dinosaur.
whatever the chariot is does not exist.
I
You
I'm
just put
still,
I see the two Melicots. I see the hitch. I see nothing else.
look on my stream, Ninja, in Discord. It's still turned on.
Weird.
But it works on your side.
Let me see here. Go into the web. Loading the link. Removed.png. What does that mean? Well, what I can do is I can just re-upload a new one.
Yeah, it's very different on your screen than ours.
That's fucking weird.
Oh, there's two of them. Speaking out of hand.
I can see the wheels on the ground. I just don't see what's sitting on top of it.
Yeah, I get it. These things will happen. Minor things that need to be fixed. There it is.
There you go.
Images. Yay.
All right.
It's
Fixed.
like a big storage.
All right. So yeah, when the army is traveling, this is what you're gonna see: the battle wagon. It's gonna have to be defended against the dangers of the waste. So it's got flanks, and you can do scouting, and you can deploy your troops in different directions. We're not there yet, though. So here, let me repack this new and improved version of it, and go back to our current map. Oh wait, I didn't show you this one.
Oh god,
shit.
no. Oh hell no.
There's some fun stuff in the desert, boys.
God damn, reminds me of the fucking Star Wars.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Yeah, I brought back the slave pit map. We got this one here. It's a little too big. I might need to rescale that one and re-upload it.
We need somebody to learn flight.
There's Aokakos in this place, and yeah.
Here we've
We
got
need
the
some-
region map. Blown
need
up
some
nice and
wing.
big.
That's just kind of our area. We're missing a lot of built map. You know, we had like a huge section before.
I
What's
have.
the button to force something flat?
You can hit U to put it under something.
No, I'm trying to flatten it, like put my ruler on top of the dice tower the way the other one was.
So if you hit F8 and then you pick rotate and then you click on it, you can do it by the numbers. And you probably just have to like lock it in place and then manipulate it with the gizmo. Move, rotate.
The gizmo.
Yeah, F8 is the gizmo. Move and rotate. It's like the 3D manipulation
Oh,
tool.
I see.
Here, this is how I would do it. All right, so I take the thing and I flip it over, oriented. All right, so if I wanted it like roughly here, I'm gonna hit L to lock it, and then I'm gonna hit Gizmo. I'm gonna pick rotate. I'm gonna click on the dice roller. Man, hang on, I don't want it to roll. Fuck you. No, damn it. There's gotta be something on it I can click that isn't going to activate a thing.
Yeah, you got to click in between the dice.
It's trying to select the dice tower now. Fuck.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
All right. Well, once selected,
Rotate.
Y has to be 180. Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
Oh god.
That's not the thing.
Is
Don't touch my table.
There's an MP free play on this place?
You found a way to break all the fucking things there.
Yeah, how do I go and do this?
Oh no.
How do I undo what I just broke?
Reload, that's how.
I guess.
Oh god, hopefully nothing I put out was gone.
Oh, okay. How about I don't touch that thing?
Why did you want to mess with the dice roller anyway?
I was trying to replace it with my own rather than reprogram it, and I thought it'd be easy to put it on the ledge the way it was already there, and it turned out to be a huge mistake.
Hopefully our figures and stuff still gonna be there.
Sorry. All right, so I'm not touching the gizmo button ever again.
You guys figures still there, or is it just like a blank screen for you guys?
We got a
I've got
hidden
one.
area to get rid of. Let's see here.
I
Hidden
have to
area.
exit out and reload.
I wonder why I'm getting a hidden area. I thought I deleted all that shit.
Well, how far back did you rewind?
Not that far. That was like half an hour ago.
As everybody's setting up other table just gets undone.
Well, what I can do is I can.
No, not really. Like,
Yeah,
rewind
okay.
it back to the when we were doing the fog of war, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Actually, the one thing that we have to change. No, my puck is still good. It's just the initiative is not in.
Yeah, we can always fix the initiative later.
There, I got 10. You guys should give it a try and see.
So, game screen. I can see all the stuff you got over here.
All right, set up. Click the thing.
I'm still trying to load. Oh, there we go.
All right,
All right.
so now there's Fog of War.
There we go.
Now there's no Fog of War. All right, I fixed it.
Back in business. Let's go.
Can I get a promotion again, please?
Yeah, same here.
All right.
Are we playing today? Or is it just like being all this whole map ready and set up?
Well, we're setting up to play. That's something.
Alright.
All right, so tier region. I find the city map here. There it is. All right, build. All right. So if we're going to play, we play here. This is where shit gets done. All right. So, new day dawns. You guys were expected to find a scapegoat so that you could help the Veiled Alliance escape the wrath of Senator Traxxas. And you were going to pin it on the spy Param. But we need to have a trial. So I imagine today is the day, and you're going to head to the Golden Tower so that you can put on your trial, right?
Hey, it works.
Who? I don't know if we need to speak to them. Me and Psycho Fog were the two that got the spy.
Sorry, I'm still setting up my section. So I'm here, but I'm not.
Oh, a message from Diamond Dragon.
Oh, what are you saying?
Yes, I forgot what day it was. He forgot it was Wednesday.
Really?
Happens usually for me.
That sounds mighty sus.
It happens to be a lot. You don't get enough sleep.
Hmm. Yeah, still sounds sus.
Come see the new table. I don't know what the story is with Long, though. Long never misses. I feel like this
I
is
know.
cause for
I'm
concern.
almost concerned, right?
He didn't say
Yeah.
anything. He's not here. Like, what happened?
At least, it's not the worst that can happen.
I don't know. Long is pretty reliable. He is like clockwork. He doesn't miss, and if he does, he usually says something.
Alright.
But he's not vital to the current mission, which is to put on a trial. You know, Varenza might not be the best for that either, being a foreigner.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Guess it's me. Oh, God.
Nope, 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 nope.
I'm sorry, but it seems to be the only one. I seem to be the only one.
Shit.
I just remembered. I switched back to push to talk. Anyway, Ninja. What did you do with my character?
I put it on the table. I copied all your stuff, put it in a bag. I dropped it down on the new table here.
What did you do with my character?
We killed him.
Bullshit.
He's teasing. I don't think we did anything. Your character, like, as I... Like, my canon in my mind is that your character went to the slave pens and you hung out with Farmer, what's his name? And the druid that lived in the corner, and you raised some plants and you trained your snake for a day or two, and that's pretty much it. Like, uneventful. The others have been running around town doing all sorts of side quests.
Oh, yeah. Did you also level up? Level 5 right now.
No, he's not because he wasn't there to beat the level 5 boss.
Oh, yeah.
That's something you did miss, so unfortunate.
Did we just turn to level 5?
Yeah, the
people-
rest of us are.
The people that fought the boss,
Okay.
there were only
Yeah,
3 of
yeah.
you.
Yeah, ever heard of a trash monster?
Yeah, I was there, but yeah, I didn't remember we leveled then. I was
Sure,
wondering if it was
Because
level
I
5,
have
sorry.
work, I can't level up to level 5.
No, it just means that you need to do something in the game to achieve that level.
Hey.
The others did it because they were here to do the thing.
Trust me, you're not gonna like not level up this session.
It was pretty
You
hardcore. It was an Odiug, and Odiugs are really nasty. It grabbed Morg and whipped him, and then slammed his head through the ceiling and had him like
I
grappled
do
and
remember
restrained.
reading. I do remember reading through some of the stuff that you guys were talking about, and I saw Morgan and Otiug, and it's just like, huh? So they're in the sewers.
We were at a
No,
garbage
we
dump
were
outside
at-
town.
Yeah. Almost the same,
Basically a sewer.
but not quite.
Yeah.
Not exactly. But yes.
But that Odiug was eating up
But not
all
quite.
sorts of workers, and they
Not
couldn't
exactly.
figure it out.
But yes.
But that Odiug was
I
eating.
mean, if I didn't have that teleconnect shove, Morg would probably be dead.
That was a tough one. Very dangerous.
Anyways, do you want to speak on behalf on targeting the spy we almost killed?
What was his name? Something of Uruk?
Param of Uruk.
Ram.
Ran.
It's either you or me, the insane person.
Well, okay. Break it down in as much detail as you can so I can get
All
caught
right.
up to speed.
So what happens is that Counselor, oh gosh, all right, Senator Turax hates arcane magic users. He was convinced that an arcane magic user was behind the assassination of King Kalik. He wanted to point the finger at, what's the name of that guild again, Ninja?
The Veiled Alliance.
The
Veiled Alliance.
Yep.
But they're our allies. So we had to
Correct.
find somebody else to put the blame on because we know that there were no arcane magic users that really played a part in this. But he's delusional. He's got a bias. We've got to do something if we want to win him over to our side and have him contribute troops.
Here's the cheat
So
sheet
we're like,
again.
hey, we just went and captured an arcane magic user who happens to be from Uruk, and we didn't kill him, and he hasn't been executed yet. So let's point the
Right.
finger at him. Tons of people saw him use arcane magic right before we captured him. So it's not just our word that he's an arcane magic user, but it's everybody else's. And he was well known as a spy and saboteur for Uruk. So it all kind of ties a nice little bow on itself.
Right.
So,
and this was a
yesterday-
plan that we came up with yesterday, yes. Or last time.
Yeah, 2 sessions ago. And then last session, we presented our findings after waiting a couple days, so it didn't look too sus. That Param of Uruk is who we believed helped assassinate King Kalik. Obviously, he's going to deny it, but he's a dirty Urukite, so who's going to believe him?
And that's where I come in, I guess. The
All
other
And
right, we were going to
obviously-
use you to right. Yes. I remember
And
now.
so there were other shenanigans, but we couldn't probe his mind. He's too well
Verse, yeah.
versed in
So
protecting his mind from the psionicist. So
we were going to have
basic-
one of our Urkite party members get slammed in the jail with him.
yeah, and she didn't agree for that.
All right.
That's not the way we
Cut
rank.
out.
So who wants to play Ace Attorney? Present your case.
Right. Who
Oh,
wants to play the
no.
prosecutor?
But no.
What's that video
I got,
game?
like- I got like charisma 8. So if
Objection!
there's any rolls there, yeah.
I can't
I
think of the
play
name of that
enough
game.
law in real life. I'm not playing law in my game life.
I have a +2. I got a +5 to persuasion. I guess it's gotta be me. I'm gonna need you guys' help because I ain't good with this stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like your character's got the stats for it.
Yes,
I mean-
he does. But me, on the other hand, hell no. ain't
Well,
good
I
with
mean,
it.
you can always take the odd way out and just roll. I want to perform this action with my persuasion, and Ninja can come up with whatever you say.
It'll be a lot deceiving, I think.
And I'll be casting guidance on you the entire time.
Okay.
And
What-
I can
Wait,
cast, since I'm level 5 now and have second level spells, I will cast Eagle Splendor on you, giving you advantage on all charisma checks.
Oh boy.
And I can also give myself an extra D6 if I need to.
Because Brensa has such a crappy spell DC and spell to hit, I've decided she's just going to go with spells like buffs that avoid those mechanics entirely.
So yeah, just tell me what you want me to say, and I will say it in character.
As I said, just roll your rolls. If it works, Ninja will come up with something. If it doesn't work, Ninja will come up.
No, I think they're just still going to want us to RP this a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely have to say some words in order to sway the crowd. In addition to making.
Oh, we're talking to a crowd now?
Okay, let me set the
Yes.
stage.
The jury.
Let me set the stage. So, Senator Turax is really, really old. And the old way is that all wizards, all defilers are to be put to death immediately. And he believes that the current ruler of the city, Tithian, has employed the use of the Veiled Alliance. Spellcasters. In his sense, defilers were used in the taking of this city. And so he demanded a trial. He demands the wizards be put to death, and somebody be accused.
You are
and
cutting out really badly for me.
Am I?
You
No.
get like through 3/4 of the sentence, and then it'll just cut, and then you'll come back, and it'll do like another 3/4, and then cut.
Anybody else?
It was fun on my
Yeah,
side.
it's doing good.
It's fine by me.
No, it's just you, Diamond.
just
Just
me?
you. Check your cables. Maybe you got a loose wire.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I don't. I checked out. I had to reset up my computer.
Do you think it's your headset? Is your headset cutting in and out?
And I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it. Everybody else is coming through just fine. It only seems to be, like it's very spotty, but
Then again, I am doing more talking. So,
Nice.
basically, he wants them punished, and
Right.
so you need to present somebody to be punished, a scapegoat, if nothing else.
right. And
However,
right now,
what he
we're
wanted
standing
is-
in a courtroom.
What he wanted is the actual Veiled Alliance to all be burned at the stake publicly. So yeah, it's gonna happen in the Golden Tower. So when you go to the Golden City, you go up into the Golden Tower where Tithian's got sort of like a Game of Thrones style throne room where the nobility is arrayed out to either side of the throne, and all of the people approach the throne down the center aisle, and they speak to Tithian, and he makes decisions, and then they go about their business, and then all the local lords and ladies chit-chat amongst each other about what the decisions being made are. And so all business is done here. And so the trial will also be done here before the arrayed nobility of the free city of Tyr.
All right. I
Let
think.
me get some. I gotta get some Ace Attorney music on. Hang on.
Right.
Right. Caster, I think I have an present.
What?
An argument. Basically, a point of view that we can put forward to the nobility to say, hey, we think X is innocent because X is not defilers, whereas Purim of Uruk we know to be a defiler. People have seen him use defiler magic. Nobody has seen the Veiled Alliance's use of magic.
Are
So you're
people
saying-
supposed to know that they are? Like, isn't that like a secret organization?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, nobody
Turex-
knows the Veiled Alliance even exists. So if you come at it
Except
from
for
that
Turex,
angle,
it seems.
it's not going to work.
Right, so basically what you're saying is Senator Turex is basically accusing an organization that doesn't exist, is what you're saying.
So there were
I-
multiple spells cast during the revolution. Many
Right.
people were killed by magic in the arena. People were killed by fireballs in the slave pits when the one wizard from the Veiled Alliance was escaping. The Veiled
Yes.
Alliance is a known thing. Like, they do exist, but they're not an organization you can find. They're like a terrorist cell. They're like really, really like a terrorist cell because they don't even know who each other are. Like, there might be a few of them, but they keep it to the point where, like, if one of them gets captured, they're not able to expose the entire organization. Even in your party, Sol, who has contacts, Milana and Sadira, who are in the Veiled Alliance, he only knows 2 members in the organization. So, like, they keep it very, very, very secret. So
I
Torex
see.
basically said, like, I can read his specific words. What he said is,
Can I explain the how old is this dude?
he said, before I send my men, there are questions about Calic's death that must be answered. The Veiled Alliance was involved, and these criminals must be brought to justice. There must be an investigation. And then you guys were chosen as the investigators by Tithian and Aegis and Sadira, who are actually in the Veiled Alliance. So
yeah, and
Is this dude
actually
the oldest?
exposing the Veil Alliance would be going against. Like,
and then
protecting them.
Sadira and Milana asked Sol, and through Sol the party, to cover up any real Veiled Alliance stuff.
I have
And
an idea.
just like
and
they don't want you to even bring them up. They want you to put the blame entirely on somebody else.
Okay.
Right, so I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna play the old man book and say like this dude's too old. He has Alzheimer's.
No, Caster, I
Yes.
actually have a much better plan formulated out here. So we can use Purim of Uruk to our advantage in this because if we so at this trial we would ask, Senator Turex, so you wanted us to figure out who was behind the death of Calic. Do you have any suspicions about who did it? And as soon as he says something about anything about the Veiled Alliance, we could be like, oh, this guy, Purim of Uruk, is a Veiled Alliance member, but he's not, which means that the misinformation would, completely throw them off of the trail of the real Veiled Alliance, because Purim of Uruk probably doesn't even know about where the Veiled Alliance is or who their members are.
Okay, well, rather than endlessly talk about it, let's do the thing. So it's the time for the presentation, and the nobility are chattering. On either side of the aisle, there's a bunch of nobles, ladies, and men, the high lords of Tyr, all resplendent in their best clothes. The air in the room is climate controlled by magic from ice water druids that are surrounding the area in a cooling mist so that the noonday sun doesn't bake the area. And so fresh fruits are being delivered to the nobility, and people are discussing the possible trial as it's about to start. And Tithian's standing up on the throne, and he bangs his gavel to bring order to the room, and then he's going to announce the investigators are here to present their case this morning. We will get to the bottom of this use of magic during the revolution, and I'm sure Senator Turax will find the results to his liking so that he can then be more forthcoming with his troops. It is for the greater good, for the defense of the city of Tyr. Hopefully this trial will convince you of that. He looks pointedly at Senator Turax, who simply glares at him and turns to the side as if he's unconvinced. So then the guards sort of nudge you and say, all right, you're on.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm actually getting nervous of this because my determined factor of this may fuck up everything or not. I'm sorry.
Would you like me to lead the presentation, but
Yes.
you take over?
Yes, please lead.
So
Okay.
if Diamond's doing the talking, you can assist him. Like if you want to roll a help check, you could just stand on the side and be like, yeah, see? Yep, and nod your head.
I ship his
React at the right
persuasion so
times. You can
bad.
make a help check on his roll when he makes it.
But his stats for
Oh,
charisma are so
I'm not
bad.
planning on making. I mean, I can definitely help Caster, but he's gonna have to be the one doing all the charisma checks
Now,
because my
whoever's
charisma
doing
is-
the talking is making the persuasion check, and
I can
somebody else
do-
can help.
I can
but-
do the start of the presentation, but he's going to take over after that.
Do you just
I'm
want to
just-
tag team it? You can tag team it.
Yes.
Whoever's doing the talking is going to get Eagle Splendor. So just decide who I'm casting Eagle Splendor on.
And I'm gonna be casting guidance as well.
I feel
Okay.
like since Diamond's going to be presenting, Caster should assist, and then you should cast a spell on him, and then Diamond will have to
The
make
thing
the
is,
roll.
I have the highest persuasion and deception rolls for this. I'm the perfect thing for this.
It's only a couple
Yes.
points different, though, right?
He has
I have
a
a plus
plus
five and a
5.
plus
I have I think I have like a +1 because I'm a druid. I'm not an actual talker class.
I get a
And I
minus
have-
one.
And I have
Where's my
expertise.
wait? Actually, where's my character sheet?
What? Let's just roll with it. Fuck it.
What's your character's name again? Oh, that's Ninja. I'll put it
So I'm going to
together.
say it will put you at a bit of a disadvantage if there's somebody hanging over Diamond's shoulder telling him what to say and everybody can see it.
Ah, shit. Looks like I'm gonna be alone for this one. Let's just roll with it. I'm putting on the Ace Attorney music. Alright, let's go.
All right, the crowd's waiting. The lords and ladies watch expectantly.
God damn, hang on.
There's an ominous quiet in the room. You could hear a pin drop.
Alright, sorry about that. Someone talk to me.
Hang on,
I-
wait. Hang on. I need the wah wah. You know, like the when there's gonna be from that show, that sound at the beginning when there's a court case. Fuck. Never
Law
mind.
and Order.
Yeah, I wanted the Law and Order sound effect.
Alright, what's the
I'll get
spies-
copyright strikes for it, so I can't do it. But I really want the Law and Order sound effect right now.
I forgot. Who's the spy's name we're accusing of?
Param of Uruk.
Come on, now I gave you a cheat sheet and everything.
Puram.
Param. I see the cheat sheet of the senators, but
Param of Uruk is this bottom left guy here with the beard. That's how you can tell he's villainous. He's got the full-on beard.
yeah, okay, I'm gonna say this. Alright, everyone at the jury of the courts. Param of Uruk is the person and the organization that we've all been waiting for. He is with the Veiled Alliance. He's been with other spies before. The people that we got from him were other spies that assisted in the assassination of Uruk.
Kalik.
Just on the side,
Sorry.
we're
sorry,
saying he's
Mr.
in the Veil Alliance, or is he working for the other?
It's a
We're
misinformation
saying that
campaign tactic.
Okay.
We tell them what they
Yes.
want to hear, but it's not the truth.
as you can see, we've gone through his mind. Though he was strong, yes, but we were able to crack him. And we were able to figure that he is with the Veiled Alliance. Yes. Do I need to roll anything?
You roll advantage. You're doing a deception, so roll advantage on deception.
Don't worry about rolls yet. Keep talking. Keep talking. Plead your case. The nobles are listening.
He's the one that has sent all the letters to the rest of the spies that have been in the city. Hell, there's probably still some in the city that we haven't found yet.
Do you want to call witnesses? You could call maybe some of the Templar guards that you brought Param to after he was captured or something.
Yes, I'm gonna call out one of the Templar guards that have been with him.
There were also a bunch of people in the marketplace that might be witnesses that you could bring forth.
Yeah. Let's bring up one of the witnesses. Can we get Sir Dave up here?
Sir Dave, just making up a random person. We can say that they've gone around and they found some people that were there and they questioned them. So maybe they
I
still
like
have.
Sir Dave.
Maybe they still
Sir
have
Dave
one
needs
of
to be
them.
canon.
They have a suspected spy that knew some of the other spies that they did capture that's still in the prison. So he's going to come forth and he's going to tell his story. And he says, yes, I was in the marketplace that day. I did see him leap from the place where he was preaching to the crowd and sail over everybody's head, magically assisted. And then he vanished before everyone's eyes. Several people commented on how he became invisible. I remember a woman gasping and saying she thought it was a defiler. When there were no plants nearby in the marketplace.
I did use what is it called? Thaumaturgy at that time to yell to really raise my voice and yell that he was a defiler when he jumped.
Right. Some people heard it, and a lot of people in the
Yeah.
crowd reacted.
And he was sitting on he was standing on a crate, and I made that crate start shaking just before he jumped away. So people might have noticed that too.
Yes, and good sir Dave, have you also seen that a possible other person you may have been talking to?
A person that Param was talking to, he was talking to the crowd, to everybody. He was preaching that Uruk isn't actually coming to wage war on the city of Tyr.
That's a lie.
Sorry about that. I misheard that. Alright,
Yeah, that's probably
So
a
see
lie. Probably.
yes, but we have multiple people saying, yes, the army is coming, and probably eyewitnesses of outside of the walls saying that there is. So this dude is obviously Param is obviously a spy, working at probably, who knows, he could also be planning on killing the new king.
On your check there, if you want, you can roll a d4 for guidance.
Do you want me to roll? Yeah.
Sorry, hang on a second. I have to type a bunch of notes about this stuff that you guys don't know about. All right. What was your question?
You want me to roll for deception?
Well, it's not really a deception, is it? He actually did a bunch of stuff in the marketplace.
Oh, that's true.
It doesn't.
I mean, you have witnesses. Tons of people saw it.
If you don't want it to be a deception, it would be
Persuasion, probably, if you're just trying to persuade them of something.
Yeah, that's probably like if you want to focus on the points and maybe like on, like especially every single one of the details that he has, like casted spells and he used special powers, like that would be the best option, I'd say.
And you're saying I also have advantage on this one.
Yeah, have a
if somebody helps you and they roll a 10 or better. So Diamond, you have to roll that.
That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 24 persuasion.
All right, but only if Diamond gets it, otherwise it's crap.
What do you mean? I thought I was rolling.
Well, you only get advantage if he succeeds. He did. Or no, that's like a frog's roll. Hold on. Diamond, are
It
you
was the
rolling?
first roll anyways.
Yes, just give me one moment.
Sorry, I'm playing with my dice tower.
That's right.
Don't worry. If I didn't get the advantage, it was the first roll.
I'm sure you'll get it.
19
He can't possibly fail.
Alright.
Even with just a +1, the odds are in your favor.
You got a D4 as well that you can roll.
That's true.
Yeah,
That was a
Ninja, you should
24.
probably not say anything.
But he already has advantage. Why is
For what?
Prius roll?
Eagle
He has
Splendor.
advantage from Eagle Splendor.
Oh, well, I suppose Diamond could give him double advantage for a +1 extra.
And I gave him guidance.
And
as
the
well.
guidance adds a D4, so you have to roll that too.
Yeah.
Chris, you should probably roll that. It's your spell.
Oh god, this 20. This is almost an actual 20. Oh my god, it's gonna get more.
You want me to do a D4?
Yeah.
Give me a
And
sec.
Diamond?
Go ahead. 24 plus whatever the hell you're rolling.
You want me to roll it for you, Diamond? I've got a dice in my hand.
No, I'll do it again.
You're getting a +2.
What? 26 in total.
Dude, that little roller is cool. I didn't even notice that was that good.
The little tower. Yeah. Tower is pretty cool.
I'm gonna start using that.
And basically,
I'm
that
never
one
going
thing,
to roll
like,
again.
everybody
Ninja, you
In
control
the
all of
cloud.
my rolls from now on. Because that is ridiculous.
What roll where?
Yeah,
I didn't see a roll happen.
It's in
What?
Dark Sun.
Oh, you did it on Discord? Hold on.
Mm,
Why aren't you using the roller on the table if you're
I-
on the table?
I don't know roller is and or where the,
So check it out. The table here comes with
Yeah.
this roller. If you come over to your section
Dice
here, it's got
bags,
this.
yes.
Well, not the dice bags. I'm talking about this thing. So,
The tower.
Oh.
so the way this
Power.
thing works is you click the D20 and it puts this D20 here, and then you click on this box and you say my modifier is a 1, and you hit roll. And it goes bounce,
goes
bounce,
down the
bounce, and then it says, "Hey, I rolled an 8."
Natural one.
Okay, so since it's advantage, I'll take that second roll on this as well.
Okay, hold on. So this thing's a little janky. So to get advantage, you have to click another D20. So there's 2 of them, and then click roll advantage, and then it'll roll like this, and it'll take the best one.
Wait,
Gotcha.
why does my roller not have roll advantage on it?
Okay, well, let's not count that one because you're the one who was showing it.
It does. It's oh, it doesn't. Did you import this one?
I gotta do that all over again, don't I?
Is this a
I
saved
just
one that you
finally
brought
got
in?
it. Yeah. I
Yeah, this
got it.
table uses updated better ones than that one.
There. Now I'm rolling the advantage thing properly.
You're using an inferior
And-
old scripted dice roller.
18, so he gets the +1.
There you go. All right.
Who
An
has
extra.
joined?
So what's that? A 27 now?
Long, welcome.
Hi, I overslept again. Sorry. Hi.
Welcome to Ace Attorney Darksun.
We were getting worried, Long. I was like, oh man, Long's never late. He never says he's not going to make it. He must have died in a car accident or something. Maybe like an airplane landed on his house while he was sleeping.
Yeah. I told Ninja that that's not the case. You have been late in the past without any warning.
It happens, but rarely. Long is pretty a pretty reliable fellow.
Well, welcome back to Ace Attorney Darksun.
Yes.
Ace
Oh, yeah.
Attorney. Is
Hi,
that what
Twitch.
we're doing?
Yeah, we're having a trial for the Veiled Alliance here, or technically for Param
We're having a
Horik
moment.
in the guise of the
we're
Veiled Alliance.
just getting that start, or not just getting it started, but we're sort of in the middle of that.
Well,
Yes, and
some of the
I
beginning was taken up by
completed.
showing off the new table and some of its features.
Yeah, and adjusting our stuff all around the place.
Alright. So yeah, for that wall, all in total is a 26. Get on the point, saying that this man is with the Veiled Alliance. There was no doubt about it. This man deserves punishment of death on the stake. We have multiple witnesses, even the Templars. Like, I don't got anything else.
All right, make your roll.
As I said, it was a 26 in
Yeah.
total.
Oh yeah, it was a 26. That's right.
Yeah, 27 with my
Okay.
advantage helping.
It was a 27? Nice.
Advantage or guidance?
Guidance, my dude.
Guidance, I was also aiding him, and he got Eager's Splendor, which means he got advantage.
And then you get my +2.
It was almost a natural 20.
Mhm.
Like, I'm good at this shit.
Yeah, because your charisma is what? 18?
15 is 15 plus 2. I guess I have proficiency in persuasion and deception.
Right.
Expertise in deception.
All
Lying,
right.
motherfucker.
You know, everybody knows that a rogue is always a good lawyer.
Yeah, boy. Ace Attorney Norcus.
All right, so the trial ends, and Param has been thrown fully under the bus, and he will be executed in a horrifying way.
Yeah.
Senator Traxus glares at the adventurers, and he and his clingers on, his followers and other lesser nobles, are going to leave the chamber here. He seemed unhappy with the results.
I mean, that's his fault. We got the.
Hey, I mean, he asked us to do a task. We investigated. We found a spy that has arcane defiler magic. It's exactly kind of the stuff that he wanted.
So the reaction of the nobility to your trial was pretty good, and it was a success in general. So Traxus seems unhappy about something, but he doesn't argue, and
You mean Turax?
Turax doesn't argue. He will put forth. How many troops does he put forth? Let me look here.
Boy, better put out all his troops.
Might not.
I mean, if he doesn't, that'll be kind
Cool.
of
You
pissed.
put little dice towers with paired up with the little dice spawning thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
And thanks to our misinformation campaign, that'll probably bring a lot of heat off of the real Veiled Alliance.
Yes, the Veiled Alliance is overjoyed. They have avoided blame for this.
That's
And,
good.
and Long, when you roll up here, it puts the dice so that they fall down the dice tower. It's really
Yeah,
rocky.
yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good thing that was almost an actual 20.
You know, I kind of like the fact that I got to use my brand new second level spell like right away.
Oh man,
God,
you got so tiny. Look at that.
Oh no.
Why?
Hold on. Let me try 40.
Oh, wait, does it have my hit point max above it now? That's cool.
Let's see,
Yes.
40. How big are
Also
you
got
now?
name tags. It's incest.
Still a little too big. Maybe 50. It's got an auto scaler, so I can scale everybody's
Oh,
figurines.
holy crap! You scaled down everybody.
Yeah, everybody. It does everybody.
Everybody's tiny. Oh no. Oh shit. They're extra tiny.
Oh, what did tabletop do? They updated or something? Now there's a whole bunch of like tabs, player character, measure moves, stable. What is this stuff?
Nah, that's just like stuff he
Brand new
added
table.
in.
It's called a
It's a brand new table.
an injector. It adds the distance tracker, so I can move this figurine and tell how far something is with the distance tracker. It's also got this highlighting thing. It's got the hit point bar. Can track more than just hit points. It's got 3 bars if you want to activate the other 2. It can also highlight your figurine and your color if you want.
That's
But
really cool.
the main feature of this table is One World, which allows me to change the entire table, maps, and details all in one click. So I can prepare really big, detailed dungeon maps, and it's not going to clutter up the table at all.
Awesome.
Oh, our initiative tokens are now on our board.
Now everybody has to roll their own initiative,
Okay.
Yeah,
and you have to put the total, not the modifier.
The total.
So you roll a d20, and you add your modifier, and then you put the total result that you get.
Okay.
Emerson, go to Ace Attorney music.
What are the 2 little black deck of cards for in the corner of the
Oh,
map?
that was the old advantage system that Ninja used before.
So this is for stealth. So if you flip these over and you say, all right, I'm going to sneak around, you can shuffle the card. If you have advantage, you can shuffle both. And then at some point when somebody looks in your direction while you're sneaking, you say, well, I had a stealth of 11. Or if I had advantage, it was still an 11. And
Okay.
the way this... so the thing is, so imagine a scenario where I'm a rogue and I say, I'm going to sneak, but I rolled a 3. Then I'm like, all right, I stand still, and then I sneak. And you roll a 4, and it's like, all right, I stand still, and then I sneak, and then you roll a 5. And it's like, if you keep rolling bad, you're just going to stand still and keep rolling until you have a great roll, and then you're going to sneak around. But that's metagame as fuck, so these decks of cards prevent you from knowing what your sneak roll is until it matters.
Okay.
Anywho, so what's next on our large list of things to do?
Okay, well, you've succeeded on your mission here. Tomorrow, it's declared that tomorrow is the muster. And so thanks to your good works here and the events of the revolution, the commander of the army, Rikus, is going to come forward. Where's my Rikus? Here he is. Rikus steps forward. And he's going to say, we lack for commanders of suitable skill to lead our forces. I need an under-commander to work under me and follow my orders that I can rely on. Unlike you soft nobility or you Templar types, I want to choose my own sub-commander. And Tithian says, yes, yes, so let it be done. Choose your commander, Rikus. And Rikus considers for a moment, and he says, I have little time for deliberation. I choose him. And he points at Morg.
Yeah, I freaking knew it.
Of course.
I was gonna suggest a quick Windsor, whatever. It seems to be always
He has-
wanting to be there.
He has no time for deliberation. Morg is the closest person to him, so Morg it is.
Well, he's seen Morg fight. He knows that Morg is a competent gladiator. And
run
it
the
had to be
table.
a gladiator. He's not going to entrust anybody who's not a gladiator.
I did
So
go
that
toe to
means-
toe with Windsor.
Yeah,
And
you
you-
fought Windsor. You also defeated Gregor of Tyr during the gladiator fights. And so you are a respected gladiator, and that's why he chose you.
Is
So
my
that
character
means you're in
around?
control. Does that mean you're in control of the army now?
He's the sub-commander.
Choose-
Rikus is in charge, but he does have authority that ranks... He's like the second in command.
Yo, that
Two.
makes it even better for the
That
night
much.
to watch
Damn
it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
My
I have
char-
someone high authority.
I
You
think
get to
my
be the
character
right-hand
disappeared.
What disappeared?
My character.
This one right
Yeah,
here.
you can always.
Oh no, he's so tiny. Okay, I see.
I mean, it looks normal
Tiny
size on my
boy.
screen.
Tiny.
Oh, this one. I'm looking at Norcus. Sorry. Yeah, I shrank him down. I used the scaling tool to make everybody quite small. You could blow him up a little bit. He doesn't have to be that tiny. It's just that
No, I know,
everybody's
I-
scale is a little weird. You have to calibrate it. You have to get it to the size you like and then calibrate it.
Yeah, that's kind of the size. It's good compared to all the other NPCs there.
I want to bring something to everybody's attention. Do you see
Yes.
how this city has figurines?
Yes.
All right. So
NPCs.
all of you are in this general area. If I move this figurine, do you see how there's a number there?
I
Nope.
see 55.
All right.
It tells you how yeah, when I pick up my character, I can see exactly
No, no,
How
no, no,
much-
no, 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 no. I'm picking up one of the NPCs here. I'm picking up this NPC. Underneath this NPC on the map itself, there's a 55. So,
yeah, it's written.
so this is a detailed map that has listed areas. And so what I've done is I put an NPC on each listed area, and I put what the area is on the NPC. So you can see this is the Templar Grain Warehouse. And this is the Templar Metal Armory. So now we have more detailed information about areas around town. So if you roam around, you can actually go into different buildings, and they have a bit more of like I
That's for
have more
characters.
understanding of what you're getting into when you go into one of these buildings. Like this is where all the Templars hang out. So
That would be that's for the characters that would most likely not move. They're just gonna be kind of static type of NPC.
So these are not people, but these are locations, and the NPC figurine is just marking what the general location is and what you're expecting to find there. So, like down here, this is the School of Thought. This is where the nobles have the psionicists train their young nobles in the ways of the mind at the School
be
of
cool.
Thought. So this
It'd be-
is the headmistress of the School of Thought, and I've used her figurine to mark the School of Thought on the map, and then the nobles with children I put on there just so you know that's sort of what goes on there.
It'd be cool if they had a glow, so we could distinguish the ones with like an area name.
Well, they all do, all of them. Every figurine on here. I told you I put in some work. I went to every number on this map and I marked it with what it is.
Alright, that looks cool.
All of them. But so with that in mind, you guys have the rest of the day to do as you please. You're sort of on your own at this point. What's the party doing?
I'm back.
I got a good
What I
idea.
missed?
How many days until the
I
war
have been
happens?
named second commander of the
Tomorrow.
gladiator segment of
Oh,
the
wait,
army.
the
Correct.
war's tomorrow. Oh shit.
Wait, what?
Morg is the sub-commander.
Yeah.
Of what?
of Rikus's
The army.
gladiator army.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
boy. Yeah.
Nice, dude. What about the rest of us?
Better
Did we all get
today.
promoted too?
So
we'll get
Rikus said he didn't. He needed somebody as a sub commander to delineate some tasks to, or delegate some tasks to. I mean, and so he chose Morg because it had to be a gladiator and it had to be somebody who can fight, who's won some battles, had some noteworthy fights, and so he thought Morg is competent. I'll pick Morg. But it wasn't going to be anybody who's not in the gladiator games. I guess technically a couple of you participated, like, what was it, Grimorn and Norcus both participated. It could have been one of you, but Morg stood out more as a gladiator.
Fair enough.
I got some gold. I got some fucking silver pieces. Okay, I don't know what to get. Maybe we should get some more armor. No.
All right, where do you want to go? What do you
Quick
want to
question
do?
for you, Ninja. Quick
Mhm.
question for you.
Yeah.
If in the future we wanted to craft some magic items, do you have a list of what your common, like, of what your custom modifiers are?
Yeah,
Like
but
by rarity and stuff like that?
it's built into the generator. I could tell you what some of the numbers are if you ask. If you say, I
Well,
want a
yeah,
weapon that
okay.
does fire, and I could give you a price, like 1,000, 4,000, stuff like that.
Who here has the highest perception?
Me.
Since we're gonna go off, we'll probably go.
The highest perception
Yes.
is Dagger Maw, who has
yes, but
that smell. I'm talking about like sight.
no, that's just general perception. Dagger Maw's general perception is +8 with advantage.
Yeah, I have the same
Okay.
thing.
I was supposed to say like maybe buy a spyglass for the human people.
My passive perception is 18.
Yeah.
If I were to buy a spyglass, would that increase my perception score by a bit?
Do you have 1,000 ceramic pieces?
I have gold.
That would be 10 gold.
Never mind.
It's a very expensive item you're asking for.
You're asking for science in a make-believe world. Science is expensive.
I don't like science. Science is for pussies.
So
Uh-huh.
let's just say Daggerbaw's out of the picture. Okay, I have a +7 on my perception.
I got a +8,
Well, you guys should do well
I
on
have-
the scouting part of it.
but it doesn't matter.
Very
Like,
good.
What are we trying to do?
But first,
He's just thinking
before
ahead
we-
for when you're scouting.
right
for the
before
army.
we actually get into the whole, we're going to war thing. I would like to request a walk through the garden to talk to the druids there.
The Gardens of the Golden City. Yeah.
So, if we're talking about scouting, again, Brensa has a bunch of advantages to that as a ranger. So we can talk about that later if you want.
Yes. Right now, I'm trying to get more allies with a little bit of magical flair on our side.
I think I'm the only one here that has a magical weapon.
Yes, you
Morg has one
probably
too.
do.
Morg got one
Morg
during the
has one.
Gladiator games.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I forgot about that. The Spear of Spell Storing, or whatever it is.
Lightsaber spear.
It does radiant damage.
Cool. That's pretty neat.
Alright then. I got my dagger where I can use a slot of psionic in it. Good.
Right. So, what Traxxas is going to do for the rest of the day is the gardens, talk to the druids, see if any of them are willing to
All right.
use their magical powers to help aid in the fight.
Trexus. The King's Gardens consist of 3 lush wooded sections of land. One garden lies on each side of the high bureaus. The third encircles the Golden Tower like a small park. The rows of trees and bushes maintained in precise circles about the tower. There's Templars that service the arboreums while the council debates future use for the gardens. Access to the gardens can be gained through doors in the Barbican Tower adjoining the central garden or through heavily locked and trapped doors on the interior walls of the complex. Huh.
Which is
Barbican
why I
Tower.
was saying that while we're in the council chamber, I request permission from King Tithian to go into the gardens.
All right. He dismissively waves you away and says, "Very well." And so some guardsmen will allow you access through the locked door into, let's see, we'll go into the central garden area from the Barbican as it described there. Wow. Senior Templar Timor and the King possess keys to the doors. Anyone else caught in the gardens without express permission
Be killed on sight.
is sentenced to hard labor in the iron mines. Well, it's a good thing you asked first, Diamond.
Of course. I am ever the gentleman.
I don't mind.
All right, Diamond. You enter into the gardens. You'll find that there are no people here other than the occasional Templar tending to the garden. So you're basically left on your own to explore if you want. Do you want to look around and make a nature check?
Yes, actually.
All right.
Find a
Let me
wild-
just pull out my
Were the druids among
character sheet
Templar?
because I cannot remember my skills worth crap.
Find a wild dragon egg. God, whose Jesus?
I don't have nature. I do have survival, though.
Druid without nature.
Survival's fine.
All right. I'll use my survival to see if there's any interesting plants that I might be able to have access to, possibly plants that might help me with my spells and such.
Why is there a character sheet on top of the map? The city.
Because I had to check my skill.
Oh.
I don't think he's set up his little area all the way yet. Hold on. He's still living out of his bags. Did I lose you guys?
Nah, we can hear you. I'm just reading
Alright,
something,
no.
so I'm not saying much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm also working on.
I just
Looking
don't
up
have
that
a
number to
response
roll.
for Diamond living out of bags.
Uh-oh. Don't you dare give
Hush.
up on me. Don't you do it, Tabletop Simulator. I swear to God.
Having some trouble there? Is it gonna crash on you?
It might.
That's good now.
Currently, it's trying to
It's like-
process pulling my character sheet out of the bag and onto my space. But it's kind of
It's probably
frozen.
because I spawned something in.
Ooh, disconnect. That might be a Steam problem.
It's probably because I spawned something in.
I don't think so.
Is it disconnected for real?
Wait, did
I'm
it
still
did it
seeing
disconnect me?
It disconnected me, so
Eh.
it'll disconnect
Oh.
everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it goes.
There we go.
Hold on.
Even
What
said
did you
on my
even
end, it even said
What did you even spawn?
I spawned a bowl.
So a
It's the
large
water
object.
bowl.
So two large objects being spawned at the exact same time. Yeah, that probably put a heavy load onto.
It shouldn't have.
Oh shit, Steam's gone. Okay.
Yeah, it seemed like a Steam issue to me. Give it a minute, they'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take this time to
Have a
get
smoke.
something to eat, drink.
and get married.
You could do that fast? Where's he at, Vegas?
Well, I mean, I moved in with my wife a little over 3 months after I met her.
Okay. Interesting fact.
God, I'm losing my mind. I could have sworn I made a loot generator that had berries on it. What happened to that?
I think we still got
Wait,
that, though.
Ninja. So the spell good berry, you said we could still use it. And
It's just not
now
food.
yeah, it doesn't count as like nutrition, but you said the berries turned into potions? I'm confused.
In general, all potions are a berry. All magic is in berry form, but not just berries. I had a list of like cactus type things, edible cactuses and stuff like that.
Because I can
Rather-
eat 10 berries, so if all of them are counted as a potion, that's kind of crazy. Because normally the spell only says that the berry regenerates 1 hit point.
No. What he's saying is that in Dark Sun, there's an alternative to alchemy to make potions. You can still make potions the traditional way, but you can also grow magical trees that
Or
make
berry,
fruit that
Okay.
function as
As
potions.
Got
In
it.
Dark Sun, all potions are supposed to be fruits.
Right. But
We're
I
just
don't think that
incorporating
Ninja's completely.
some alchemy as well.
Yeah. Because Ninja did a whole bunch of trouble to incorporate alchemy in his design, so he's not chucking that just because of setting. So we kind of have two sets of potions. You have like grown potions from these magical orchards, and then you have like traditional alchemy potions.
Synthetic potions.
And it's this weird thing. He's got all these rules. I read them through. It's like if you take a magical fruit potion and you plant it, it's got like a 50-50 chance of growing into a tree that is magical. Then if you tend it after a week or so, because it grows super fast, it'll sprout its first fruit. Out of those fruit, 1d3 of those fruit will also be magical potion fruit, the same as the original one. They will stay fresh as long as they're on the tree or plucked. I forget the freshness rules, but there's some sort of weird freshness rule. If you don't preserve them magically, they can expire after a while. After that, it'll only grow 1d3 of these magical potion fruits once a growing season. But basically, if you can tend it, and you have to keep it in perfect health. If it's ever untended for a single day, it like dies.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like super sensitive. So you have to keep it in perfect health or it's gone. But as long as you keep it in perfect health, it's like infinite potions over time, and they live like 100 years. I might be getting a little bit of the details wrong, but that's generally how it works. Like you get like an initial investment back within about a week or so. It's pretty short. And then after that, it's very kind of slow.
Yeah.
Right. And you only get like a 50-50 chance or so from getting that initial tree to grow into a magic fruit tree. Otherwise, it just grows really fast into a regular fruit tree. And until you spend that initial week investment, you don't know if it's going to make magic fruit or not.
Are you guys in the server yet?
I
No.
Still loading.
refreshed and I still don't see it in the list.
I'm still searching for a ninja.
I haven't loaded it. Hold on.
Okay.
There.
Oh, well, that would explain things.
There you go.
Loading now. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking for my list of fruits. Went to all the effort of making a fruit list, and it's not generating any fruits.
So mentioning that they were potions was just like that it's a scene type thing.
Goodberry
not-
doesn't work. That's the
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Goodberry's fucked.
It works as a 1 hit point heal, and that's all it does.
Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't produce potion berries. That would be OP. 700 gold
It
a
does.
pop, and I can make like a dozen of them per casting.
For one spell, for one level spell.
That'd be
Yeah, every day.
kind of broken.
But anyway, so what I was trying to do with it was I wanted to make a bunch of them so that people in the army can have one hit restoring hit point berries, and like if anybody falls in combat, somebody who's
Are
around
they
that has a berry
permanent?
can like
Is
pick
there a
them up.
duration
They
for
last-
your berry?
they last for
24
a whole
hours.
day. So
Yeah.
if I hand them out, there can be like some medic person around in the group.
Well, okay,
Like,
you
oh, someone
have
fell down. Here's a berry.
you have like 20 gladiators, so you can give as many good berries as you can make in a day out to individuals in your gladiator troop
And
on a
it's
daily
not
basis if you want.
concentration, so yeah. So
Do
I
that
could-
right before you take your long rest the night before battle. They should last the next day through battle,
Mhm.
and you'll still have your spell slots.
Yeah, cast them like the night before. Yeah.
You cast them the night before, and they'll last till the next evening.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the easy way to kind of have a constant supply of good berries. You just use up all your spell slots right before your long rest, and you hope you don't get ambushed in the middle of the night. Which I could see happening if you start exploiting that a little too often.
I mean, rarely it wouldn't even do a whole lot. I mean, healing one hit point's just kind of like an emergency thing. Healing 10 health is
Speaking
actually,
of
I
which,
guess
I had, and I'm not trying to hurt Morg in any way, shape, or form, but it kind of reminded me, since you got knocked out last time, are we doing knockout injuries this campaign like we did
Oh,
in
God.
Darkest Dungeon?
Oh hell no! Please don't.
Yeah, I mean generally we should. I was looking at those rules in my other game the other day.
Got disconnected. What the fuck?
And I don't want to retcon it so that Morg has an injury. It's just it brought it up in my mind. It's like, are we doing knockout
after Windsor
injuries?
knocked me out.
Right, because you got knocked out. So, like, should he have received a knockout injury?
I think he gets a save. He's probably gonna make the save.
Oh great. Able's app's gone.
Well, yeah, I'm great at con save.
You made a whole bunch from the poison, remember?
Disconnected.
You avoided that really nasty poison quite well.
I mean, he was pretty lucky.
Okay, you fall unconscious due to damage or excess wounds. At the end of combat, you get an injury token.
And it's been like what a half a week since that happened in the game.
A day.
Oh, it's
Alright,
been-
I am back.
Hello.
It happened yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to roll 4d6. Let's see, 10, 19.
4d6 for a lost limb.
Medium.
Just imagine if Morg lost a leg.
Morg, make a con save with advantage.
Con save with advantage. I still can't even see the board.
Yeah, we're not in at all yet.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
got
even-
disconnected again.
Every time I try to log in, I get timeout server.
God damn it.
I'm gonna reload Steam and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
I'll just
Restart
reload
everything, yeah.
tabletop.
Steam's having trouble, huh? Here, let me go back to the main menu. I'll create a new one.
No, I just reloaded Steam.
Well, I'm just gonna
All right, well,
reopen
tell
the
me when it's
table.
back up.
Yeah, it'll just take a minute.
Okay.
Make sure my friends list is open. Make sure it's not
You
weird
can,
on
like,
the server.
you can like force an unconscious person to drink a potion, right? So you could probably also make them eat a berry.
No.
No? Shit. Never mind then.
Good man.
Maybe if you make a
man, always
smoothie out of it,
sometimes.
you might have to
Yeah.
bird feed them. You know, chew it up and spit it in their mouth.
I force feed a smoothie to this guy.
It's pretty
is
gross. You want to
so
heal your allies,
bad.
you have to spit it into their mouth, and they wake up like, oh, why does my mouth taste like saguaro cactus?
Just put a tiny spider in him while he's sleeping.
Why?
Because why not?
Yeah, I can't even detect the game right now.
Yeah, the server's not even popping up for me.
Man, what did Kevin do? In the global chat, everybody's like, why, Kevin? Fuck you, Kevin. How dare you? Kevin,
That
why?
reminds me
Kevin,
of-
you piece of shit. What
That-
is
that
Kevin?
reminds-
Why
that
is
reminds me of
Kevin?
that reminds me of a Twitch streamer who accidentally said "Dave your money" instead of "save your money," and I think it was I can't remember if it was Zen or if it was Illy. But anyways, there's a whole cult of Dave now on one of the Twitch streamers.
Give me your
Streams.
money.
Glad I didn't
That's
say
not
Steam.
mine.
Oh, I remember where it is. Hold on. I put it on
Is
the
this the right table?
item shop page. Doi. There it is.
I'm in the game.
Hey,
I was gonna say you had a bunch of potion fruit in the item shop.
Right, that's what I did with it. I was like, where the hell did I put it? It's not my random loot generator where I expected. I'll have to copy it over there so I have it. But yeah, I have the whole fruit list here. So, hang on. Where did we leave off? Diamond, you were in the King's Garden, and you had made a check, and your result was
12.
12.
We don't-
Okay.
You find an ancient black dragon.
I'm just looking for materials to. Well, I'm looking for any useful plants or fungi that I can use in either, making potions and or my spells.
This is a new table.
Oh, I think he's seeing if you find a magical fruit potion.
Everyone's in? All right, loading table now.
This is the new table we created. I hope you're happy.
It's very basic, very streamlined. It loads quickly. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be playing Theater of the Mind now.
I was wondering if we were gonna play like an entire D&D
Oh.
game.
And I got timed out.
Disconnected.
Oh, yeah, timed out. If you would play like an entire D&D session of just Theater of Mind.
I mean, people do that.
People
I've had
do
a
that.
game. It did
I've
not
done
go
that.
well.
Early on, like the first
I-
time.
Yes,
Have
you
you
just have
ever
to
played-
have an imagination.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
imagine-
But
just to show you guys, how old I am. Back in the pre-internet days, when it was just a set of like bulletin boards, there used to be D&D by correspondence on bulletin boards.
Oh god. And it's even worse with like text by text.
People still do that kind of role playing today.
And when they're doing like second 2D and
It's kind
4D.
of niche, but it exists. I really like this
You don't
animated
do a lot
thing.
of combat.
It's
There is big names on the table.
the animator Plague of Grapes made this big quest about a dude who wants to get big, and it was all based on one of those forum-based role-playing sessions where he would role-play his character, and people would comment and suggest what the next like event was, and then he would role-play what he did in that situation.
There is so much wrong with the table right now. Holy shit.
All right, the table's loaded. Can you get on?
I am on it,
I don't know.
but it's not doing so hot.
I just got on it. Everything's
Is but
White
just the name so
buttons.
everyone is big.
yeah.
Give it time to load.
Oh, do I have to like table flip again?
You're not loaded yet, Caster. Give it time.
No, don't do that.
Actually, never table flipped. All I did was reset the thingy.
All right,
Did
Caster.
the
How about
rewind.
now? Can you function now? Because it looks like you're
I-
loaded on my screen.
I am in, but I'm seeing a shit. Our name's giant.
Well, finish. Just because you're in doesn't mean the table is fully loaded. Like I'm in and I see what you're talking about with the giant names, but like the table hasn't finished setting up for me.
Yep. It's gonna take a hot minute, but yeah, it looks like the table's back up and running for me.
Saw a bowl moving.
Yeah, that would be me. Shit.
All right.
Oh.
I guess in the future, what we should do is I should
Touch
load
the
the
button
table
ball.
and then you join, because it seems to like to disconnect you guys while it's loading.
Yeah.
Let's see if
There you
I
go.
sync the mini panel, initialize one world, and
Oh, there we go. Oh, the names are still huge. That's weird.
hang on, let me reinitialize this here.
Like it looks like the nameplates are somehow suspended in midair. Like the text on the nameplates is in
Are
cloud.
above the chairs.
Oh.
I'm gonna pack this here.
What do you guys think of the newest Dungeons and Dragons game,
There's one.
I haven't played it yet.
Dark
Wait,
Alliance?
what?
I
Oh, I
expected
haven't
better.
played it.
You can play Drizzt, which is cool. I like Drizzt.
Dude, I couldn't even play on the fucking PC, so I had to fucking.
Where am my minis? My minis are gone.
I cleared the map to see if that helps. I'm gonna reload it. There's just a bunch of
I'm
maps, so
still
it takes me
loading
a
up.
minute.
Well, the names are still floating in midair.
All right, let me
Yeah, I
build.
could click on the damn thing.
You can click on the names in midair and change them too,
Yeah, it's annoying.
Finish building.
but you can't make them go away.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right. They have some weird like correspondence with the actual chairs. They're like chair labels.
Usually I can fix this by reloading, but it's probably gonna kick you all.
Yeah, just like
Oh,
I have a bunch of stuff on my table I can't even get away. The dice rolling, shit like that.
I just got like a big number, 0. in the
Like
cards.
standard attacks, D8s. I can't even fucking roll. And now I'm
Just
timed
pull
out.
them.
Oh, I know.
I got kicked out again.
No, I'll join back when you guys figure.
The
Like,
Steam
should
servers
we
are really
just, like,
shit in the bed today, I guess.
We start the table by like by half an hour. Should be good.
All right, I just made a new save. I'm going to reload the table. Because I was pulling from an autosave. Maybe the autosave was glitched or something. I don't know.
something must be broken on it.
It's either
The
the
chair.
autosave is fucked up or the server is fucked up. And if the server is fucked up, well,
Guess we're playing on Discord.
Okay, table's reloaded.
Do you see the names in the over the chairs, Ninja?
I never see any of the weird glitches that you guys see.
Can you get rid of the chairs?
I can't.
I can't even select the
go-
chairs. They're not selectable.
can't
They
even
they
go
are a
down.
part of the map itself.
Hmm.
I can't even go on tabletop. Being an L105.
So, like the chairs, the table, the sideboards, none of those are selectable for me at all.
Castle
Yeah,
Buster turned southern for a second.
What? Yeah, that's like the second time. That's like the second time this week.
All right, promotes.
Let's see if I can go on it now.
Well,
Nope.
the names are gone.
I
Good. Yeah, usually a
Hang on, I
reload
gotta
fixes it. I just had to save it and reload it.
gotta
Fixes
restart my
whatever.
computer.
It gets kind of weird. I don't know. It really doesn't help when the
Hooray for
servers are
Glitch.
crashing.
The game's like, oh god, these bunch of nerds have gathered again. Well, time to fuck their day up.
It's fine.
I thought Nerds was the whole Steam, like, I thought that was their whole business model.
Yeah, I mean, is anybody else playing these games? Probably not. That'd be my guess. Man, I bet if I could invent some kind of thing that allows people with glasses to wear headphones without ear pain, I'd make $1 bazillion.
I finally found, like, big poofy foam ones that fit my giant head without squeezing my ears to my skull.
All right, Psycho Frog, Diamond. Diamond's
Yo.
exploring the greenery here. He spends some time in there, and he's going to find himself a plum. A delicious plum,
Ooh,
Diamond.
plum.
Yeah, plum's not going to help all that much, so.
But is it a
Magical
magic plum?
Okay, now it's working.
Is it a plum of climbing, perhaps?
Llama fly.
Oh dear.
That'd be cool. Would probably give you spider climb or something like that.
Throwing your character sheets at me.
No, it seemed to just have a mind of its own.
It exploded. All right,
Everything
where's my
seems to
note
be
cards
alright.
at? No cards, no cards. I gotta spawn it. Hold on. Object, save objects, newt cards.
Every time I
Yeah.
it's taking a long time to load.
Spin. For some reason, it loads faster if you spin around circles. The place.
Yeah, no, I'm moving all around the place and it actually unlocked a bunch of stuff now. There we go, I'm in the game.
Yay.
Who's my character? Where the fuck did I do?
Get my infinite bags of note cards and put it in here where I can use it.
Are we all together? Just as simple, like, you guys are talking to druids and stuff like that?
Well,
Hey,
everybody
Diamond,
else
I
can
just
do
looked
something.
up-
I
looked up
apparently just
Dark
wasted
Alliance
my
and,
entire day.
sucked.
Picking a plum from the King's Garden. But I bet you it's a magical plum. Spend some time meditating on your plum.
I go to the market, Ninja.
Hold on.
Okay.
Dude, I am still not in. What the fuck? Now I am. There we go.
Oh, you also found a chola.
Hey, little question, Ninja.
Yeah.
Since disconnected from a lot of like all or a lot of the general worlds, the universes,
Mm-hmm.
are Bag of Holdings even something possible?
Yep.
Because they do open like a gate to another kind of a dimension.
You can have pocket dimensions within a dimension. That's fine. They just
Okay.
can't leave through the barrier.
How much would the Bag of Holding cost in this game?
Several thousand.
Probably.
Oh, they cost more than they do in regular D&D?
Obviously, yes.
I thought bag of holdings cost like $4,000 in regular D&D.
Let
They're
me look.
uncommon. They're considered as uncommon, so I don't know. But even if something is uncommon, doesn't mean that at price is.
They come in different sizes. You can probably get one cheaper.
It's probably gonna be a bad
So
one.
a 15-pound bag of holding costs 2,500. There's 4 types: 15, 25, 35, 60.
Holy.
And they cost 25, 5, 75, 10,000.
It's probably gonna cost about like 2, maybe
Okay.
3 gold pieces in Dark Sun.
So even getting like a smaller one would be good. Not too
Yeah,
expensive.
smaller one would still be 25 gold.
25 gold.
Yeah, 200,
Yeah.
2,500 ceramic.
I'm almost there. No, not really, but halfway there, I guess. Almost.
So, quick question, Ninja. So I've got this Elm recurve longbow that's got the fragile property. The weakest, what's the most affordable material that I could try to get a bow made out of, a non-magical bow made out of that has no fragile property to it? Would that be bronze, or is there a type of wood that has no, or bone that has no fragile to it?
I don't think you can make a bow out of metal. It wouldn't be bendable enough. That's a video game thing. Let me look at the list here.
Actually, most
I
bows.
mean, there has to. Yeah, I was gonna say most bows are made out of metal these days. Anyways.
They're made of aluminum, except for the branches, which those are going to be made of
Polycarbonate.
No, they're made of carbon fiber.
There's a wood called iron oak, which does not have the fragile property. It costs 5 times as much, and it weighs half as much.
And it weighs half as much. Oh,
It's
that'd be
the
useful.
equivalent of dark wood from regular D&D.
So how much would a recurve longbow of ironwood cost?
5 times.
Probably a lot.
5x.
Okay, well, what's the regular cost of a recurve longbow?
I don't know, look it up in Grit and Glory. You got the book, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I have Grit and Glory. Sorry, it's like, where's the base cost?
I go to the merchant and I go and resupply my priest kit for all ingredients and stuff like that.
All right. Restock a little
Can I
bit.
get promoted?
Oh, also, I will buy, what do you call that? The containers to keep the water in the game.
A vial? A bottle?
A
water skin?
Yeah, water skin.
All right.
I'm gonna go and buy 5 of those and fill them up with water for being ready tomorrow for the war. And I get her some food as well.
The Tomorrow War.
I would like to buy a gun.
Guns
So-
haven't been invented.
Damn.
So Ninja, the base cost is 75, so 5 times that would be 375.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's not on the trader's list. So do I need to get that custom made, or can I find somebody in a city this size that would have an ironwood recurve longbow for sale? How do we want to do this? 'Cause it's not on the list of the pre-generated items you said were available.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to that custom made.
All right,
There
so
are
that's what
s-
Brent's was going to do.
There are some
He's gonna
shops in
go and
town.
try-
They are now marked. There's one of them which is way up near the front gate here. This is called Grick's Weapons. He's a former gladiator.
Ooh.
However, Grick has a 10% markup, so he's going to charge you extra. The other one that I recall off the top of my head is over in the, what is it?
Ooh, where are they marked?
Noble District. Let's see.
Oh, I see it now. Grick's weapon. Messengers now.
The other one is called the Weeping Widow, and it's over here in this cluster of shops here.
All right.
No, wait.
Well-
That's a bar. Hold on. What is it? That's not it.
Oh, I see.
I
There's
guess-
guards all over the place now. Or all the people are actual like are
Oh.
like tokens of
Yeah, they look dark.
birch, leathers, and hides. So that must be an armor.
I know there's another shop on here somewhere. But where? There's Burke's Leather and Hides, this dwarf down here. He's got a shop that makes leather goods.
Well, knowing no other shops at the moment, I'll go to Grick's Weapons then.
Yeah, that's probably the main one. I swear there's another one. I forget where it is, though. It's on here somewhere. That's a jewelry store. That's an inn. That's an inn.
And how much more does masterwork cost on top of normal crafting costs?
An extra 300.
But then I could get that enchanted at a later date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That might be worth
and-
the investment.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that
to-
much money.
Like a master.
I don't.
A masterwork also often will take away one of their disadvantage from that weapon type.
Sometimes.
Or adds an advantage. But I only have 4 gold pieces, so I only have enough to buy the base model.
Oh yeah, I still gave you that gold at the beginning.
I still don't want my bow breaking on me, so.
We showed that iron dagger.
You're not gonna get
Ooh.
a long composite bow?
Long composite bow.
Yeah, long bow composite.
No, because it needs a strength of 11.
It says 13.
Well, or 13. Either way, I don't have 13 strength. I've got 10.
Okay. Never
Nope.
mind.
Little question, Ninja.
Yeah.
So, at higher level, I can't remember. I think it's level 6 actually. It unlocks where when I'm standing in fire, I regain health,
Mm-hmm.
and I can get like resistance to fire and stuff like that to other people. I don't know. I can't remember the full detail. Now, if I want to do something like that, now what happens to my gear? Does it just get on fire? Like,
I think you can only
May-
burn unattended objects, so probably not.
okay, because I was wondering if I'm gonna do like something like that, like maybe there like might be a way to have like a fire resistance, or my clothing don't catch on fire for some reason.
Yeah, get yourself a cloak of fire resist. Something like that would
Mhm.
protect you.
So, Ninja, let me know when you'd like to roleplay going to Grick's.
All right, you go to Greek shop. That's fair.
Yep. So, Rose is going to go to Grick's shop, and she is going to see if he is willing to make a masterwork with ironwood recurve longbow, and what he would want in exchange for such a wonderful ranged weapon.
What did you say it was? 375.
It's 375 would be the base price.
So 37 on 375 is 412, something like that. Trying to do math off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's gonna be up around there.
And the masterwork would add another 300 of that, so 712.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vesta's going to attempt to haggle. And she is going to cast Eagle Splendor on herself. Because she has no skills She has a +0 modifier. So is that persuasion?
You're trying to haggle? Yeah, it's persuasion.
Yeah. All right. So D20 with advantage. Persuasion. Oh, here's the next thing. Persuasion +0. I rolled an 11.
All right.
I don't know if that helps me or not, or it has no effect whatsoever.
Hmm.
Truth guidance. Genetics 54.
He'll sell it to you for 400, maybe.
Okay. She is going to go and out of her hidden sheath pull out this iron dagger, brand new, never been used, and see if he's willing to make a trade.
Man, I could use that.
It's solid iron.
What's the weight on that?
The weight on the dagger.
Yeah.
So let's see. The dagger. Where is it? I've got it here somewhere. Give me a moment. Iron dagger. I don't have the weight. It has a base value of 4 gold, so 400
Ceramic you could-
ceramics. I don't have a weight on it. Probably the weight of a regular dagger, which would be what, about a pound?
That's how much they weigh.
Pound of iron for this bow made out of iron oak. I'll look up the bow. How much does the bow weigh?
And I'll trade in my Elm recurve longbow as well, which is worth, according to this, probably because it's made out of a fragile material, it's worth 55 coppers or ceramics.
When did you
So,
get that one, though?
I'm offering a trade-in of an iron dagger and an Elm recurve longbow for a masterwork
Alright.
ironwood recurve longbow.
Hmm. And your dagger has 4 gold listed?
As the base price, yeah. And the Elm recurve longbow has 55 ceramics as the base price listed.
He thinks about it. You drive a hard bargain, he says, but he will agree.
Okay.
And he had the
Like-
bow. He didn't have to build it, so you can just buy it.
All right.
If you want a masterwork one, though,
so-
he's going to have to make that custom.
Yeah, that's what I want. Is I want the masterwork.
And he might not succeed. Like, that's a rarity. Like, he only has a 5% chance of succeeding when he tries to make one.
Oh, well.
You can always help him.
I still get a regular ironwork. I still get a regular ironwood longbow. If he doesn't succeed, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's
give
not
it a shot.
It's not a short process though.
How long does it take? How long would it take him to make it?
A week, probably?
Okay.
Have that for the war, though.
So
Go to rent a bow, and see.
I'll tell him I need to hold on to my. I'll give him the dagger now as a deposit, but I need to hold on to my longbow until I receive delivery of the new one. Is he
Alright,
agreeable to that?
where'd my
Can you
Xanathar's
rent-
guide go?
Can you rent
There it
the
is.
regular ironwood bow, and then if he makes the new one and it happens to be masterwork, can you swap it out?
What page is crafting on?
What of Xanathar's?
Yeah. Downtime activities, crafting, carousing.
Second frog.
There it is.
Yeah.
I said, what if you can give them the payment and then take the regular ironwood long recurve bow now, and then
Well, it's got
of the other one, if it happens to be masterwork, then you can just switch it.
well, it's got to be less time.
I mean, he said he already has a regular long.
It's going to take him
recurve
14
bow
days to build one.
Oy.
He can
available.
craft 50 gold per day. If he gets his assistant in on it, they can do it in 7.
So I'm not gonna have this before the war then.
Doesn't look like it. You could buy the one he has on hand.
Yeah, I'll just do that. At least I don't have to risk it breaking halfway through the war.
So for
So,
your bow and the dagger, he'll give you the one he has on hand, and then you can trade that one in for a masterwork if he succeeds in crafting it by paying an additional 300 gold. Or
Okay.
ceramic pieces.
Right. So it's an ironwood recurve longbow, which is worth 375.
It looks like recurve longbows weigh 2 pounds, so this one only weighs 1.
Okay. And then all the other, and then it loses fragile and fire susceptible, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have any special properties. It's as good as a metal weapon, basically.
Right. Hence the iron part of ironwood, I guess.
Yeah.
And I lost my dagger. Wait, so I traded him
Your bow and a dagger
400
for a bow.
for a bow, which is worth less than the bow and the dagger put together. But it's a trade rather than cash, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you would have sold for half on that bow.
Iron dagger is gone.
Do you have any decent melee options though? Like if you run out of
What's
arrows or
that?
something? I said, do you have any decent melee options if you run out of arrows?
Yeah, I still have a bronze dagger, which only sunders against other metals, and then I have my Jakara bone tortoise blade. So I've got this buckler with a blade on it, so I can two-handed fight, and I have a whip, which has reach. Vrensa is basically festooned with weapons.
While you're at the shop, he's going to show off his latest, greatest work, the Radiant Touched Oak Dehada Cestus. Would you be interested in this, Mr. Moneybags? For the low price of, let's see, he'd tack on an extra 136 on this, so it costs like 1,500 and some.
What is it? Where is it?
It's right here.
I just see Google.
Did you say okay on the tablet?
I don't know.
Say okay on the tablet.
Wait. I don't see it on the tablet.
Reinstall Chrome to stay secure.
I do not see the edit on the tablet.
You can't see anything on the tablet?
Oh no, I see it. I see the tablet. I just don't see.
What's on the
Oh,
tablet?
now it just reset. It says browser built by Google. There we go.
Yeah, it says browser
And-
by Google. When you like download.
There we
it.
go.
Okay. Then.
Now I see it. Now I see it, but I'm not seeing the actual item.
It's because it's at the bottom of the list. You have to scroll down all the way.
All right, all the way. Da, 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 da.
It's a new item.
Heavy armor.
This one.
Oops, too far.
Oh, Radiant Oak Cestus, 1336, 1366. Beat down, finesse, freehand, common, masterwork.
It's actually 1,500 for that one. 10% markup.
It
Right.
Oh, it does burst damage of radiant, huh? Cool. And close.
He's also got a nice new shield.
Is it actually in the melee weapon category?
No, it's this one right here. This Elm Shield.
No, I meant the other thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, it's right here. It's in the very bottom of the list, line 248. Or 303, I mean. It's number 248.
303?
Yeah, 303.
Yeah, okay.
Is it instance? I guess everybody's seeing a different tablet.
Nice.
No, we're seeing it. Alright, so character sheet. So now I have the Ironwood recurve longbow. 1. One.
Grick is assisted by a grizzled dwarf named Murd, his former arena partner. Grick was a gladiator. He's an ex-gladiator. He sells finely crafted weapons at only a slight markup. Says here he has Erdlu claw daggers, obsidian tipped javelins, bramble tree clubs, as well as metal weaponry of all sorts. It's a 2-story shop, open during daylight hours. Constructed of uneven blocks of sandstone. The second floor is sun-baked bricks. A massive stone door seals the entrance after hours. No windows. Stairs at the back lead to Grick's living quarters behind the counter.
So Ninja, one of those, since arrows weigh, since 20 arrows weighs 1 pound, right?
Yeah.
And I can, and I've got these Tembo bones that weigh 1 pound each. Does that mean 1 Tembo bone makes 20 arrows, or would it make like half as much, like 1 bone makes 10 arrows, so to speak, and that kind of counts for wastage?
In Xanathar's, it says that a character needs raw materials worth half of the item's selling cost.
Right.
And you've got something made out of bone.
Right, and these are bone arrows, and I've got Fletcher's kit. So I guess the question would be, does that work, or do I need to get more materials of some
How
sort?
much are the bones worth? How much
I
are the
haven't a
arrows
clue.
worth?
All bones are worth base value. So, if you need material, you could make 2 stacks of arrows, I guess.
Out of 1 bone,
Looks like it.
so 20 arrows out of 1 bone. Okay.
Well, a regular stack of arrows weighs 1 pound, right? And you've got 1 pound of material, which means you can make 2 stacks, because you use half the materials when crafting.
I'm failing to connect to your table.
Wait. So I can make 2 pounds of arrows out of 1 pound of raw materials. That makes no sense.
I mean, technically, the bone is just the arrowhead. So you're probably finding some sticks and then adding the bone as the arrowhead's on.
Oh, and I'm just scavenging free materials for the rest of it.
I
Got
guess
it.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought a bone arrow was like you basically
The
just
shaft was the bone.
well, the
Yeah,
shaft
I
was
don't know
the
if that would
bone, and you
work well.
sharpen it. You know, you take a you get what I'm saying. Like you basically make a dowel out of the bone, you sharpen it, and you don't have a separate arrowhead, so to speak. The shaft is the arrowhead, which is why they break on impact.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It
You
could
don't
be.
need
I
to
don't
recover
know
it.
specifically. Maybe it varies. Maybe there's some that are like that, and others where it's just the bone at the end.
Yeah, we're getting lost in the weeds. So mechanically speaking, I can make 40 arrows per bone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can so with one evening's rest, I can fully load back up to my maximum of 40 arrows.
It's like, look, do you want 1 arrow per bone or do you want 40 arrows per bone?
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out inventory, so to speak. You know.
Yeah.
Like, how does this work? Because if there's one thing, like when you're worrying when you're worrying about things like ammo and food and stuff like that, it's like you have to be able to. If you're a range class, you have to be able to make your own freaking arrows.
Well, arrows are so cheap. One ceramic piece for a stack of arrows, you're not going to run out real fast. You're going to have plenty of money for it.
No. But I'm talking like if we go out and we're in the wilderness for a week, I could easily run out of arrows if I don't
Yeah, it's
find
not like
something to
there's
make arrows
shops
with.
outside somewhere.
Well, I would recommend that you guys all do what Vrenza is doing and make sure that you think about what you're going to need on the trip and shop in advance. Buy supplies now. Stock up on arrows. You will have a mobile fortress that you can put any loot on, so you don't have to necessarily carry everything. You will have storage spaces. There will be sort of
Yeah,
like
Vrenza doesn't
a
trust
community
that.
chest to put things in.
Vrenza brings what she and Daggermaw can carry, other than like things like food and water, which are clearly community supplies. She prefers to carry her own stuff.
Also, the troops will probably have supplies. What do they call that? Like a quartermaster will have a certain amount of provisions, like arrows, that he can just hand out to anybody that needs them.
So what I picked up there at the shop is just in case we get separated, and I can survive a couple of days. You know.
Hmm.
Who knows?
In case you get lost in the desert, eaten by a siltar.
Yeah, I don't really feel like becoming a giant fish stick. You know, laying on a rock.
Fish sticks.
Vrenza was definitely a Girl Scout. She carries 2 gallons of water on her person at all times.
Yeah, that'll last a couple days.
Yeah, I have 8 water skins now.
I got a bunch of weed to sell for the crew.
Oh my god, not this again, Caster. It's kind of getting old. I'm not lying.
Well, the problem is the weed he's got is all poison ivy. Everyone who smokes it gets horrible throat problems and can't breathe, and some of them die.
I mean, it's a good way I can actually use it against the enemies.
And then you have like angry family members that are hunting you and stalking you.
Yeah, that's no problem. Fine.
That's their problem. I got mine. Okay.
Well, I forgot that he gave me. I forgot that Caster gave me that Otiug poison.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
That
Strong
stuff is
poison.
nasty. Now, the max HP loss, is that like permanent, or can they get that back like by resting?
Usually any kind of thing like that can be recovered through resting or a restoration spell.
Okay.
I
If
think
that was like
dog
permanent
poison is, like,
damage,
usually
it's like
I think they need to do like a con save like every day, although it's going to
In 3rd edition, you could restore 1 ability point per long rest. So if you lost a stat like con or strength or something, you could recover it slowly over the course of days.
yeah, they have a they didn't really carry that rule over. They kind of just left it up in the air.
Yeah, I'm old school though. I'll still allow it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, AD&D where all stat damage was permanent and unrecoverable was just bonkers.
My games are very much a blend of editions. I incorporate a lot of 3.5 into my 5e here. So it's fine. It's fair. Yeah. Who wants to do a thing? I haven't heard from Diamond in forever. You still awake there, Diamond?
He got his fruit, remember?
Yeah, he got his fruit, but that was a while ago. I don't know. Does
I was
anybody want to
chopping.
do something? Many of you have been quiet for a good long time.
I want to ask Regis what
I want to go out on the road.
what entails being his second in command. What is my task?
Well, whenever he has to attend meetings and deal with the nobility and the other generals and stuff, he'll leave you in charge of deciding who goes on patrols and things like that. So we're going to be traveling for a while, and we're going to need to make sure that we don't get ambushed by elves or attacked by monsters from the desert, and so we will send out scouts in various directions. You saw the other map where it had the 4 cardinal directions, where it was set up so that you can actually position figurines in the different directions to say, like, which troops you send where. That's going to be your job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Diamond, are you still there?
I think he's AFK. He went out for a smoke and didn't come back. Or he was getting
Oh.
some food too, so well, I'm sure he'll let
Went
us
out
know
to
when
buy
he's
some
back.
He went out to
Out
buy
to
some
get a
cigarettes and
gallon
never
of
came back.
Oh, just like my dad.
Oh damn,
That's a joke.
that is a joke.
He was a great
Okay.
man who died way too young.
Mm. Rip.
Yeah, 56 is no age to go.
Ooh. I hope that's not something that runs in the family, like a heart problem or something.
Cancer, which runs in the family, it's endemic in both sides.
Shit.
Oh no.
I hope you're
Most
clean living. You can fight that with clean living, I think.
most of the men in my family don't make it much past like 60 or so.
Ooh. See, all the men in my family live to too ripe an age. My grandfather was approaching 100. My
Yeah.
grandfather on the other side is like 95.
Yeah, I planned accordingly and I maxed out all my life insurance. I'm worth so much more dead to my wife than I am alive.
That's morbid, but yeah, it's smart. That's smart. Well, I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I hope you live a long, happy life. So.
Oh, I do too. I do too. But I'm kind of like, God forbid something weird happens to me. Then
And I'm gone.
Diamond's gone.
Mm.
God forbid something weird happens to me. Yeah, all our debts are paid off, house is paid off, and I've got plenty of money to send the kids to college. Long is gone too.
Oh my God, what's going on?
Man, that's the
Well, you
I'll
dropped
do
out of the table. It's probably a Steam thing. You and Diamond went at the same time.
Did Diamond get bored with us?
I think he just fell asleep, maybe.
I don't know. He could just be out.
Yeah. So,
Sometimes it takes a while to get food.
so sorry for being morbid, but yeah, it's one of those things you think about sometimes
That's life.
when you get a family. Yeah, I would say, guys, if and when you guys get a family, get good insurance for yourself, just so that they're taken care of.
Well, I don't see it in the cards for me. The only way I'm getting a family is kidnapping.
I mean, it counts.
It does.
I'm just also saying it's illegal.
It's totally a joke. Totally a joke. All right. So,
Oh, I'm adding that to your file. I'm.
yeah. All right.
Just
So,
saying.
everybody here, what are you doing next? So, you still have many hours in the day. The early meeting didn't take up the whole day. Some shopping has been done.
Yeah.
There's
Is there
a-
anything on the bounty, Bob?
You
Bounties.
said that. You said that like provisions and stuff is like sort of taken care of.
Yeah, there will
Food and
be
water, I think.
a lot of provisions for the army in general that will be available on the cart. As long as your cart is protected, you'll have supplies. But I don't know, if your cart gets destroyed, if your battle wagon is completely immolated by fire or something, you're gonna be out of luck at that point, probably. You'll have to rough it if that happens.
Wow. On the plus side, you have rangers, a ranger, and 2 druids with you. And one of the nice things about rangers is they get an advantage on foraging checks and forage twice the amount as the normal result. That's gonna help a little bit.
At this point, we're probably only going to be marching in the desert somewhere around 3, and even if conditions suck, maybe 3 days to a week. If the other army has been like marching towards us for about a week and a half now already, so
Keep in mind, those are only
Yeah, unless-
estimates. Nobody knows for sure.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Unless we get our own separate wagon, which I don't think we need to do at this point, we're
You
not
can.
carrying enough food for our whole group.
You can bring whatever
On
you
our
want.
back.
Like, one of you has an Inix. You can pack a bunch of stuff on an Inix.
That's
Oh, that's
true.
So
Inix.
How much does an Linux carry again?
I'd encourage you to bring pack animals. If you're traveling on the overworld map, having a mount is very handy.
And we
How
got
much
the
can a tank carry again?
A bunch. I think it's 30 times their strength score. I'd have to look up what a tank's strength score is, though.
Well, they can haul a wagon. Let's see, where's the wagon info? There we go. So
Do you guys want me to
an
buy?
open wagon can carry 1,000 pounds, and it requires a cank to pull. And a trained cank costs 125.
Strength is
We-
17.
And if we wanted to carry, let's see, a barrel of water is 30 gallons. And that would weigh 8 times 30 is 240.
Looks like
So we could
510
have-
pounds. That's the capacity on a cank. 510 pounds.
Yeah, but the wagon only costs 10 CP versus a cank which costs 125. So there's no reason that you wouldn't get the wagon that doubles his carrying capacity. 'Cause at that point, it's like you're talking less than 10%
The
of
carrying
cost of it.
capacity is different from its like dragging capacity, which is it's dragging behind a cart.
Yeah, it says here canks
Right.
are often used as caravan mounts as they can travel for a full day at their top speed, carrying a 200-pound passenger and 200 pounds of cargo. So 400, they're saying here.
Right. Or we
Yeah,
can have it
just on
pull
top
the
of their
one
back.
top. Right. Or we can have them a wagon that
And
holds
tug it.
1,000 pounds. Either an open wagon or enclosed wagon. There's not big price difference between the two. And so a barrel of water, which has 30 gallons, weighs 240 pounds. So if we wanted to, we could get 3 barrels of water, which would be 90 gallons of water, and we'd still have room for a driver on the wagon.
125 CP for a trained cank. And then you need
So we
a
need a
saddle,
trained
too.
tank. Yeah, how much does a saddle cost? Wouldn't a trained tank come with a saddle?
Not necessarily.
No.
Well, how much does a tank saddle cost? Oh no, we're using a wagon. You don't even need a saddle.
I gotta go, guys. Gotta take a shower and all this other sort of stuff for the night.
Diamond, you're back.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back to let you know that I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to tell you about last week's session that was established as, I guess, for the world. So
Okay.
since there is no literacy in this world, there's no bounty boards in each city. There's bounty bobs.
Okay.
So there's actually a name for that. So I put this guy here near the front gate.
I hope is his name Robert?
So these guys are called Dracomans. The Dracoman Station, they're basically tour guides.
Okay. So those are the bounty bobs.
They would be the bounty bobs. They know the city. They deliver messages. They are tour guides that lead people around. They know where all the shops are. They can find people of note. So they are the bounty bob. If there's a mission, they'll know about it. So if you want to get a mission, you'd probably go to Dracoman Station and ask one of them. Plus, it's right by the gate, so you can just head out the gate after you get a mission and go into the desert and do some stuff.
So if I were to get the enclosed wagon, which is 15 CP, and a trained tank, that'd be 140 CP, and then 3 barrels of water at 2 SP each. An SP is 20 CP, right? So that would be 200 even CP for 3 barrels of water, a cank, and a wagon.
And I
to
think you
drive.
can get a saddle for 25 or a war saddle for 50.
But why would I need a saddle if I'm driving it from the wagon?
You might not. It's just a good thing to have if you have a mount in general.
Okay. You said a regular saddle would be what, 20?
25 or 50 for a war saddle.
25.
War saddle gives you advantage if something's going to knock you out of the saddle because it's got like a seatbelt or something.
Well, Brenta would probably be fighting on foot anyways because she can't use her bow from a saddle.
There's a bunch of Grit and Glory weapons that have mounted strike that are really good from the saddle.
Yeah. All right. So
Generally, bows have disadvantage from the saddle, though, so yeah.
All right, so Rensa will do that in preparation. She's gonna go and she's gonna get. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to money. She's got the money to buy it all. But you know, somebody else is gonna have to cover provisions other than water. Rensa's willing to cover the cost of the wagon, the cank, and the water if somebody else covers all the provisions.
How much is that stuff? The kink in the wagon? Water?
The water, cank, and wagon total without the saddle would be 200 even. With the saddle, it's 225.
I could throw 100 at it.
All right.
Henri's upstairs.
Is he asleep?
Huh?
Okay. Sorry. All right. So let's do
Don't
that,
want me to
Ninja.
offload it.
So we're gonna get a cank, 3 barrels of water, a
100 ceramic pieces, right?
yeah. So that's 100 ceramic from Long, and then we're gonna get the 1,000 pound wagon, the enclosed wagon, and and a saddle, a regular saddle for the king.
What are the SP pieces?
Silvers,
Piece.
they're 10, they're 10, they're 10 each. So basically, it's 60 CP for 3 barrels of water. And then the cank and the cank and the wagon are 140 total. So that's how you get the 200.
Okay.
And then saddle's 25. So I'll take off 125, you take off 100, and we have more than enough water. We have 90 gallons of water for the group.
Damn.
And then we have 250. Then we have 250 pounds which is enough for like the driver and whatever their equipment is. So there's not really any extra room on the wagon. So somebody else is gonna have to figure out something for food. But food compared to water is really light.
We just get a lot of hardtack.
Yeah, I mean
Hey.
you can get
Can you see this cart?
provision.
Yeah, I can.
Which cart?
All right.
It's in front of the gate outside. With
All right.
We have
all
ourselves
right.
a Kanken cart.
All right, let me move that over to my area then. We have a Kanken cart.
Is this
Can we turn-
going to be?
Can we turn the kink around so he's facing away from the cart?
The problem is it's one-sided. I could make a other side.
Oh, okay.
I'll do it later.
Yeah, his other side is facing away from the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah.
he sure is. Okay, I'm just looking at him wrong.
The trick is I have to make an inverted image flipped and then upload it and then
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that in as the other side.
No
And
worries.
then it'll work
So,
just fine.
all right. So we have a Kanken cart.
Maybe you could just turn it 90 degrees and then, he's facing forward
I
so
did.
the image.
I have him facing the other way now. So
Did you
from my
look at-
perspective, he's good.
Did you look close at that image? He's got such a face on him.
Well, and he's praying. He's got these little praying hands.
Yeah, he's got little praying hands and he's got this little calm face. It's a pretty cool image of a kank.
He's yeah. So let's see. So that cost me 125 thanks to the very generous donation of my friend.
And then you got some barrels of water to fill it, so you'll be stocked up on water.
Yeah. So we got we have. Let me put that in my equipment. So we have the Kanken cart. That will be what its name is. The CAN Kank NCN cart.
Ninja, would my heavy bone spear have the mounted strike thing?
Heavy bone spear. Gee, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me take a look.
Trying to see if there was
Weapons.
anything like comparable to it in Grit and Glory. I don't see any 12-pound spears in Grit and Glory, so I was just like, is this comparable to something? Because there are some spears that don't have mounted strike, so that's why I was wondering whether it would have it or not.
It was probably based on a long spear, which has heavy, long, mounted strike, reach, sharp, threatening, and two-handed. What does that one have on it?
Let's see. It just says the specials are grappling, preventing, and versatile.
All right, then that is a boar spear.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
got the little
the-
grippies on it.
The masterwork gave it the heavy property and made it way more than normal. 50% extra
All right.
weight.
Okay.
And the
it
heavy
wouldn't have
Yep.
property.
All right, so it wouldn't have the thing.
Yeah,
You
but it's
can buy
got
one, though.
barbs on it. So when you jab somebody with it, it stays stuck in if you
A
want
long
to.
spear is 5 CP, and you can buy one.
Hmm.
Long spear is cheap. Well, I guess it's just a pointy bit on top of a stick.
When you're riding
end of the
upon a
day.
creature capable of movement at a speed of 40 feet or faster, you can use the momentum of your mount to deal one powerful strike at a target that is not prone or smaller than you. If the weapon also has reach, being prone or size differences do not prevent mounted strike. You must command your mount to dash in a straight line through the position of your target. When you enter reach, you can spend one of your attacks to make a special melee attack. If it hits, the target suffers vulnerability to the attack.
Which means what? Double damage.
Yeah. Double damage.
Nice.
You can then continue your movement of your mount, and you do not provoke an attack of opportunity if you leave the reach of your target unless your special melee attack missed.
You know, that's better than a crit even, because a crit only doubles the dice, whereas vulnerability doubles your modifiers too.
That's what I'm saying. Mounted strike is real strong. If you have a weapon with that and you're in a mount, you're going to be way more effective.
But I'm assuming the mount also needs to be like combat trained. This one's
Yeah,
probably
you need a
just, like,
trained tank for combat. Nyx cannot be used in
stuff.
combat at all.
Alright. This trained kink, is it trained for combat or is it specifically just trained for like hauling a wagon? Being taken?
It is not a. It is a trained kink. So, blah, 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 blah. So a trained kink is so. It's you don't have a war kink as a thing. So trained kink is both, I guess. It's a
Okay.
beast of burden and a war animal.
Cool.
But there are war Nyxes that you can buy.
Hmm.
Oh no, there's not. It's just a Howdah.
Yeah, it's so the difference there is
Also, the Nyx can't fight at all.
the
It's just
Nyx.
lets you-
If you've ever watched a lizard fight, they thrash about so violently that if you were in the saddle, you'd probably break your neck the instant it attacked.
Is it like a gator where it does like that death roll once it bites something?
No, it's more like a what do they call like a monitor lizard? The way
Gila monster.
like a Gila monster, yeah. The
Okay.
way it thrashes its neck back and forth violently when it bites. Sometimes it rolls like a gator too. So either way, it's gonna fuck you up if you're in the saddle.
I forgot. So the kink also provides food
Yeah, it does. The kank is
for how many people?
secreting globules that you can eat. The food producers secrete melon-sized globules of green honey that they store on their abdomens to feed the young, and when food is scarce, the rest of the hive. Humans and demi-humans can live on the nectar alone for periods of up to 3 weeks, but must supplement their diets with meat and or vegetation after long periods. So when you
So I
buy the
guess
kank,
tech-
you also get free food with it, which is nice.
All right. So I guess Rensa does not need additional provisions.
However, I'm guessing that's food for one, probably.
Okay. So we still need food. I still need meat for Daggermaw, and then those globules, obviously, like you said, they're nutritious, but they don't have any vitamins. So you need to still have some food.
Right.
Wait, how
Fair
are they
enough.
nutritious?
It's full of
They're
sugars.
basically
Really?
It's like a big blob of honey.
it's empty carbs. It'll keep you going. You can survive on empty carbs, like they said, for several weeks. But after a while, your body just starts breaking down from lack of protein and nutrients.
Okay.
you can survive on just like plain gruel that has like almost no nutritional value other than calories for quite a while before you start getting sick. But once you do, it's like a steep decline. Like you start going real quick.
Mm.
It's a nasty way to go. Look up scurvy sometimes.
Hmm.
It's bad.
Yeah, I do that once in a while. Yeah.
You look
And
up
there's
scurvy once in a
others that
while?
are-
Once in a while.
I search scourge, scourge just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's also
Uh,
some related ones that come from having a lack of protein.
are you guys also going to look for other protections against sand? Probably is a good idea, like weather conditions outside.
You
Like,
got
I
the
have
nifty
clothes,
goggles.
right? I have goggles. I forget if I have
I mean-
other like sand clothes.
I mean, Brenda's got armor and she's got a hat. I mean, I guess I don't know if we necessarily need to like say we also buy a scarf for sandstorms, or do we want to go get into that level of detail, Ninja?
They're pretty handy. Hang on. If I scroll down here and find the
I just have adventurous clothes.
clothing section. So in the clothing section, a bunch of them will have features like, let's see, what's a good one here?
Don't you have those goggles also? Is that somebody else that got the
So
goggles?
like this one, for
I
example,
have,
for 40 CP, you can get
Yeah.
this wide-brimmed hat that gives you advantage on your con saves against heat. So stuff like that's pretty handy. Let me scroll down a little bit. There's also the ones that give you stealth advantage, like camouflage items. This silt-colored sailor's outfit gives you camouflage and stealth advantage in a silt environment. You're not going to hit silt anytime soon, probably. Let's see, what's another good one here? This one gives you advantage on wisdom perception checks. The headband of seeing. It's kind of pricey, though. But there's certain ones, I don't know if there's any on this list, but there's certain ones that give you protection against sandstorms in particular. If you could get one of those, that would be handy.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's one on the list, though.
No, there's not. All right.
Can I do a Control F on here? Sandstorm. Yeah, you're right. There's not. It does exist in the random generator. Let me see if I can generate one. They would exist. They'd be available. I just have to actually generate one. Advantage in salt flats.
Okay, I buy a wide brimmed sun hat.
Cold weather resistant.
Yeah, how often do we run into cold weather?
Every night. That's how deserts work. Real cold at night, real hot during the day.
How much does a day's rations cost? And how much does it weigh?
Standard price, but downgrade to CP.
Right. I just don't know what that is. I don't have the player's manual.
I'll see you guys later. I gotta go.
Yeah, you said you had to leave early. See you, Caster.
See ya.
All right, good night.
I'm not getting one of these sandstorm items. They are rare, I suppose. Camouflage in forests, that's real useful.
Yeah, for this world.
I guess if you head west, that might be handy. Yeah, I'm having no luck. The shops do not produce a sandstorm-resistant item today. You had a question too. What was it? Psych Frog?
He was asking like how much like provision.
Yeah,
foods.
so one days of rations. What is the cost and the weight for a day's ration?
5e adventuring gear. Ration. 1 day's ration is 5 silver. So,
Wait, 5 silver?
so that's
so
going to
5 bit.
be 5
5
bits, and it weighs 2 pounds.
All right, so 2 weeks would be 24 pounds, and would cost me 7 ceramic. All right, so I will do that. So 2 weeks worth of ration. And I'm gonna keep that in the Kanken cart as well. Yeah, what does a saddle weigh? 5 pounds, I assume.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
5e mounts and vehicles. Item saddle. Pack saddle, 5 ceramic pieces, weighs 15 pounds. So there's different saddles. There's exotic saddle, military saddle, pack saddle, riding saddle.
So 15 pounds, you said?
Yeah, if you want to get the pack saddle that you can just store items in, 5 ceramic pieces, 15 pounds.
We said it was 25 ceramic pieces.
It looks like the
I
military
get 2
saddle is
back.
20. Well, I didn't look it up. I just
Okay.
guessed, so.
Oh, okay. So I get 2 silver back. All right. Perfect. I'll take it.
I don't think you can ride a pack saddle. I think that's just basically like saddlebags.
All right. So riding saddles, how much?
10 ceramic pieces, and it weighs 25 pounds.
10
That's
ceramic.
probably where I was getting the 25 from. It's the weight, not the cost.
Okay.
But cheaper than I thought. Yeah, I don't know what the difference between saddlebags and a pack saddle is. I'll have to look that up. Pack saddle. Details, man, details. There's a page. Rules and mechanics of the pack saddle. Will it load, though? That's the question. Nothing's loading. Did my internet die? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we hear you. We're just being quiet.
All right. None of my websites are loading. The internet died.
So the game is still going.
Yeah, it's just taking hella long
Okay.
to load anything.
So it weighs 20. So the saddle weighs 25. The riding saddle weighs 25 pounds. Okay.
I'm gonna get a long spear.
Shoot.
Right. Is there a regular long spear, or do I have to get something that's like... Okay, as fragile... No, wait, what?
All right.
I'm assuming there's some
So
kind of...
Brenta with gear still fits on the fully loaded wagon, but it is now a fully loaded wagon.
Yeah, here we go. Pack saddle. A pack saddle holds gear and supplies, but not a rider. It holds as much gear as the mount can carry. But you got the riding saddle. Standard riding saddle supports a rider, but it doesn't have packs. But you put everything in the cart anyway, so that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy 2
So-
spears.
So the barrels of water, the saddle, the rations, and Brensa with all her gear is 981.9 pounds.
Just under that
In a
1,000-pound
1,000-pound
mark.
cart. Yeah.
How much were the rations?
5 bits.
So 2 weeks worth. Yeah. So 2 days is a ceramic.
2 days.
Brensa got 14 days of rations. Between that and the kank juice, that's probably plenty of food for herself and Daggermaw for a while.
Yeah.
Plus whatever gets foraged along the way.
If anything, keep in
We
mind,
just-
foraging is going to be real hard in this world.
Well, I get it, but she's got advantage, and she gets 2 times modifier, and it doesn't slow her down during overland movement. So there's literally no reason not to make the roll every day that we move.
You said 2 days is one ceramic?
Yeah,
Okay.
and each day is 2
I'll
pounds.
get 14.
Keep in mind that's 28 pounds that you got to carry somewhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know your strength. Oh, you're a barbarian. You probably have oodles of strength, and it doesn't really matter, does it?
2 pounds each.
We won't complain about that.
See. And then Daggermaw has saddlebags, and she's carrying some of the other gear. She's carrying 51 pounds. How much does Daggermaw weigh, I wonder? I don't have a
Question.
I don't have that as a stat anywhere, but I probably should note it just in case we need it later. She counts as a medium creature, yes?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna change her alignment because that makes no sense to weight on her sheet, on her character sheet. Let me see. I think it's in the Darks and Terrors of the Desert. It will note. Da, 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 da. Next. Jakar.
I
They're
need to
4
get
feet
it.
long and weigh 70 to 90 pounds. 70 to 90 pounds. So I'll just do what, 70 plus 2d10? Let me roll 2d10.
All right.
I mean, technically that makes her 72 to 80 pounds, but who cares? And she weighs, ooh, she's a big girl. She weighs 85 pounds. All right, so she weighs 85 pounds. That's good to know for later. You never know when stuff like that comes up, huh?
Of course. Yeah.
So Daggermon 7 alignment, it will be weight 85. Because beasts don't have alignment. What are you typing away? Who is that that's typing like that?
Chris,
Maybe.
long.
Oh,
Nope, not me.
It's long.
I'm just writing stuff down into my inventory character sheet.
mm-hmm. As much as I like the depth, sometimes having this level of detailed game turns a little bit into dungeons and spreadsheets.
I mean, it doesn't have to. You can just sort of gloss over a lot of this.
No, I get it. But if we're doing things like we're keeping track of item weight and encumbrance and food and water, then there is a certain element of that.
We're even
And
bigger
I'm not meaning
sticklers
it.
of this in the other game. I was playing the other day and we found like 20,000 copper pieces, and we argued about
God.
how are we going to carry all these hundreds and hundreds of pounds of coins, and do we have enough storage capacity? Even though everyone in the party has a bag of holding, we were still struggling to hold all those copper coins, and we were leaving piles of copper coins everywhere.
That's when you go and you start saying, do we need all this water, or can we fill some of these barrels with coins? And hope we don't get delayed in the desert.
I don't even know why we're wondering what to do with fucking copper when we're like stuck in a dungeon that we don't even know how to get out of.
Oh,
Maybe we should figure it out how to get out of there instead of like, oh, are we gonna carry all these coins everywhere?
well, that's when you make like a room that you can fortify as your treasure room, clear the dungeon, figure out your exit, and then come back for it.
Yeah, well, that's it.
All the treasure that you'd like to have, but can leave behind if things go sideways, you leave behind. I mean, how do you think dungeons become stocked with stuff in the first place? That's just been hundreds of years of other creatures doing exactly that. There's this great book I read once, like back in the 90s or early 2000s, that was like the dungeon ecology and economy.
All right. I was looking for something that was like there was a cold resistant art clothing thing.
I don't think we're ever going to need cold resistant clothing, but it was a cloak.
It does get cold at night sometimes. Not
Oh, fair enough.
Not every single day, but when you were slaves in the slave pit, some of you had to bury yourself in sand to not freeze to death a couple times.
Yeah, but now we can actually like go and make a campfire,
Right.
You need wood for
and
that.
we have a covered wagon that we can all sleep in for warmth. I mean, I assume if we overload the wagon, just means it can't pull it. Not that like the thing falls apart, right?
Yeah.
Like if we were all to pile in the wagon to sleep at night, it just can't move. It's not like the wheels fall off.
Right.
Unless you're a really mean DM. That's exactly what happened. So even though the image doesn't show it, it is a covered wagon that was purchased. Or sorry, the Kanken cart.
I'm making a note card that's got some vital information on it here. All right. Food and water. At the end of the day, night, determine how much food and water was consumed utilizing the DMG foraging rules, page 111. Characters moving at a normal or slow pace may attempt to forage by making a wisdom survival check. DC 10 for abundant food. That's like if you're in the farms around here. DC 15 for limited. That's if you're in the surrounding outskirts, outside of the farm areas of Tyr. And DC 20 for very little. That's when you're out in the deep desert. It becomes very hard to find anything. Those who succeed find 1d6 plus wisdom modifier pounds of food and repeat the roll for water. Many areas of Athos have no resources to be found, and at times no check will even be possible. So expect those DCs to be relatively high most of the time.
Oh, let's see. So let me just see what that DC would be like. So she would have,
You said you don't have to slow down and you have advantage?
yeah. So let's see. So let's see.
See if you can hit that DC
Brensa,
20 if you're in the deep desert.
Yeah, so Brensa ignores difficult terrain modifiers for herself and her pet can move silently at normal speed for herself and her pet. Has, let's see, advantage on navigation checks. And when performing activities such as forging, navigation, tracking, move stealthily at normal pace while doing forging, navigating, and tracking.
You do all of them simultaneously? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, rangers have a bunch of the skills for overland travel that it's where they shine. If you're doing pure dungeon runs and you're never doing overland travel, a lot of the rangers' abilities just don't never apply. But if you're doing an overland traveling kind of caravan,
Logistics.
it doesn't look like she has advantage on foraging herself. Oh, it's advantage. I was counting advantage as foraging because Dagger Maw has the higher survival roll, and she has advantage on all survival checks. That's why. So it would be +6. So let's see if I can hit that 20 just as a. Sorry.
I thought that was kind of funny earlier when Diamond went and collected those fruits from the King's Garden and was incredibly disappointed and said he had wasted his entire day. He didn't realize he just picked up like 2 free magic items. Like, God damn it.
Wait, that didn't do anything. Oh, I have to roll 2. All right, hold on. So D6, 2d6, advantage.
One of these days, he's going to bite into that plum, and he's going to be like, oh, I didn't realize that was a potion.
Mm-hmm. So Vrensa and Dagger Maw just rolled a 26.
I can't wait for him to get hungry and eat that
Or-
plum, and suddenly he can talk to animals, and he's like, oh, nice.
I can talk to things other than snakes. Oh my god.
Yeah, how do you identify a fruit potion? Because like a normal potion, you can identify by
DC 15 check. I
What kind of check
imagine you
would
can
that be?
still make
Nature
a check. Yeah,
or
probably
or Arcana?
probably a nature or arcana would work.
This isn't a normal fruit. What the
So he should take those and plant them, and then he might have a little garden of
Start his
potions.
own grow.
Yeah, start a little
Well,
operation.
first he needs to buy some land.
Well, I mean, the slave pits are open. Nobody's using those except for the half-giant mole breeders and that one druid.
Are they still
then he's got-
moles?
Then he needs to hire somebody reliable who will not let it go unattended for even a single day.
There's that farmer guy. I lost his figurine. I forget what his name was, but he's around.
Yeah. I think that's the hard part right there, is like those magic trees like need daily attendance.
Yeah, yeah.
Was I recalling those rules correctly when I was kind of
Yeah, it sounded legit to me, but
yeah.
my memory is not
I remember-
reliable.
I remember looking at the math and saying, okay, that math checks out. Because like there's because the first crop is like within a week, like there's this perverse incentive to like, well, I'm just gonna plant all my fruit all the time to get like quick resupply.
Right?
But since they only produce magic fruit all the time, and then you go and it produces 1d3 fruit, well, the average is going to be 2. And so you end up breaking even. Like if you're doing a quantity of stuff, you break even. You don't actually go anywhere.
And you have to keep waiting a week.
No, that's what I'm saying is if you're doing it to try to game the fact that you get your first crop within a week, it's not going to work because you're going to get back your investment as an average.
Mhm.
Because a tree is going to produce on average 2, and out of those two, only one of the two is going to create a new tree, which again on average is going to produce two.
Sometimes you can just lose your thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So on average, one in every two, it produces a tree, and on average, every tree produces two. So you can create a really large grove, assuming you don't have really crappy
Like you're
rolls.
saying on
but you're not
average,
gonna-
if the tree is already magical, then on average it'll give you two. But on average, the entire process of getting those 3 fruits
Is break even.
is worse than breaking even, because you have a 50% chance of the tree just not being magical at all, or just dying
Right.
before you get your fruit.
No, it's break even because you have a 50. So 1 and 2 fruit will create a magic tree. And on average, the magic tree will make 2 magic fruit. So it breaks even. So if you get just average rolls, you can have a really big orchard, but you're not going to actually see any profit from that orchard until after a year.
I've got low range dice here if anybody has a D3 thing that they need it for. They come in 2 flavors. There's the funky one that looks like a cucumber, and then there's the 6-sided dice that only has 1 through 3.
Oh, just repeated. Yeah, I prefer 6-sided dice than this funky oblong garbage.
Yeah, the weird cucumber one. That's hard to roll. It looks goofy. It's like a jelly bean. The jelly bean dice. Anyway, I'm going to put them over here near my DM screen if anybody needs it.
So I guess next week we have to decide, are we just going to go and run more missions in town? Or are we actually going to go out and try to scout ahead?
Well,
of
no,
the
this
army?
this was your last chance. Like next time we meet
Okay.
up, it's gonna be
It's
like
war.
it's gonna be the actual like leaving town starts tomorrow. You're gonna have
All
the
right.
muster where
Well,
all
I'm good
the
with that.
armies form up, and then you will head out. So this is your chance. If you need to do any shopping, or if you want to talk to anybody here in town, this is your last opportunity before
Well,
you set out
I
into the
got-
vast deserts of Athos.
People left though.
We got this jar of ectoplasm. What did you say that could be crafted into again? You said that was ectoplasm was a crafting component.
Ectoplasm is psionic in Dark Sun, so you can use ectoplasm to craft a variety of psionic type items.
Can you use it to craft those magic tattoos?
Yeah, probably. The other cool thing about ectoplasm is it tends to ignore damage resistances. So if you have an ectoplasmic weapon and you hit something, it will ignore their ability to resist or ignore damage, and do the ectoplasmic damage anyway.
But you need to have a master crafted weapon before you can do that to begin with, right?
Yes, it does have to be a masterwork magic item to be enchanted with ectoplasm.
So if I have a flask of ectoplasm, how much would it cost to make a level 1 spell tattoo of cure wounds? I assume we have enough downtime because a level 1 spell usually just takes like a day, right?
I think it would follow
Or
the
is it
same
accurate?
pricing as scrolls. So we can use
That's
that
scrolls. All right.
as
Where's the scroll list?
general rough estimate.
Tattoos a one-time use.
Here it is. So scrolls, scribe spell scroll. A first level spell takes a day and 25 gold. But that's assuming that that's just that you're paying for all the raw materials. So if I have ectoplasm already, and ectoplasm is worth, where did you say the ectoplasm? I'm looking on my sheet real quick. Hold on. Where's my ectoplasm? So you said that ectoplasm is worth 75. So I'm not quite sure how that crafting magic math works out. Or since I'm not doing it myself, basically I'm paying the 25 and having to hand over the crafting component.
Let's see. I've got this list here. It lists time, money cost, and spell level. It's a first level spell,
Right,
right?
yes. Yeah, it's over here in the downtime activities section over here. Only goes up to third level.
Well, I found a list that goes
But-
all the way up to 9th
Okay.
on some website.
So first level spell should be 25 gold.
Okay, it costs 1 day and 25 ceramic pieces. If you're providing the materials, material cost tends to be half. So 12 and a half ceramic pieces plus a equivalent amount of value from your ectoplasm pile, and you can make a tattoo.
Okay, so 12 and a half. So what's 75 divided by 12 and a half?
6?
75 divided by 12.5. Yeah, 6. So basically, I have enough. I have enough ectoplasm to make 6 tattoos.
Sometimes my brain is great at math, and sometimes it's useless. It's amazing to me. I pulled that
Alright.
6 out of nowhere. I was just like, I just knew it. But like, if I had to do
Hey.
algebra, I'd be fucked.
Hey, Rain Man. All right. So yeah. Let me get a, if I can, let me get a psionic tattoo of cure wounds.
They disappear when you use them, right?
Yeah, that's why it
Yeah,
costs
it's a
as much
spell
as a
scroll.
scroll. It is the equivalent of a scroll in Dark Sun.
Yeah. Since everybody's illiterate, there's no such thing as a spell scroll. So the equivalent of a spell scroll is a psionic tattoo.
A potential wizard could get in a lot of trouble for having a spell in written form that anybody could like look at and say, "Hey, you're a fucking wizard. Time for you to be on fire."
He
Okay.
just hands the scroll to somebody else.
Yeah, if you were like an evil rogue, you could take wizard scrolls and spell books and things and just put them in people's pockets, reverse pickpocket them, and then blame them. Say like, "Hey, patrol of guards, I think that guy's a wizard. You should check his backpack." Nobody uses reverse pickpocketing in D&D. It's totally a thing, especially if you're a arcane trickster. They have specific wording that says you can use your invisible mage hand to put objects in somebody's inventory, which is amazing if you have bombs.
Okay. So let's see. So that was 12 and a half. So
And just make a batch of poisoned apples and sneak them into people's pockets that you don't like.
and I'll reduce my
I'll be like, "Oh,
ectoplasm.
Man, if you wanted a third level spell tattoo, it would take a week and 500 ceramic pieces. That's not cheap.
That's not even
No.
work. Like they're tattooing on your arm for like a week. You keep coming back to them.
No, like they prep it and then they tattoo it, but it takes like a
Oh,
week of prep
okay.
work.
It's transferable. So the tattoo artist actually spends the week tattooing it on himself, and then when you buy the tattoo, he just uses the activation to slide it from his arm onto yours, and that's all there is to it. However, if
The only
you
difference,
like, if
Oh, go ahead.
he doesn't already own the tattoo and have it on his body to give to you, then he would have to spend the time making it.
all right.
But
So
if it's a
that was
common spell, he'd
once-
probably have it.
All right, so that was 1/6 of my flaccid ectoplasm and 12 and a half CP, and now I have a cure wounds tattoo. Cool.
Did I put some of those tattoos on the item list here? I
You
forget.
might.
I thought I did.
Let's look.
Accessories, maybe? Clothing, fruit, armor, melee.
It might just be under T for tattoos.
I don't think so.
Nope, you may not have included pre-made tattoos. But in a city this big, I mean, getting finding somebody that can just make, especially like a first level tattoo, is probably, child's play, I would assume.
I did something with tattoos, though. I did it last week or the week before.
you had sold you had the psionic seller who sold
Yeah.
psionic goods, and he had a bunch of tattoos. And I want to say that Castor bought one and used it in his like very first combat,
Yeah.
and it was gone. I don't know if you realize that like the tattoo's not permanent. Like effectively a spell scroll.
It's kind of neat.
I think at the time I put it on the figurine, and I don't know what happened to that. It's not on the
So if
psionic
somebody-
instructor here.
So if somebody went and made a wizard, as unwise as that would be, instead of the scribe scroll feat, like the class specific,
Tattooing
would they
feat.
instead have tattooing
Well,
feat as
tattoos
a
are
class ability?
psionic. They are psionic tattoos. It's got nothing to do with wizards.
Oh, okay. So wizards actually still make actual scrolls.
So when I made the guy that was selling tattoos the other week, what I did is I actually created a sorcerer, and then I picked his spells, and then from those spells that he knew from his sorcerer list, I had him craft tattoos of those spells, and those are the ones he had for sale.
Okay.
So the list was pretty limited, but those
Okay.
psionic sorcerers are sort of healer type guys, so it would make sense to have a cure as a
Yeah.
common one.
I was just thinking of something I can have as like an emergency, like, oh crap, and then I like touch my arm and heal myself.
Yeah, it's quick to use one of those.
I assume it'd be like a scroll, but
Yeah,
even though
it
it's
is
not
like a scroll, but
pre-made, it's still
They're easily accessible because it's right on your skin. It'd just be on your arm, so it's
Yeah.
easy to get at. You don't have to get it out of a backpack or open a scroll case. You don't have to worry about it getting immolated
Yeah.
by fire or wet. It's pretty nice. It's got a lot of
Yeah.
advantages having psionic tattoos instead of scrolls.
but you're only allowed one psionic tattoo per body part, whereas you could theoretically carry as many scrolls as you have backpack, right?
Correct. But, you know, you have a lot of body parts.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, let's see. Limbs would all be you would have four. Would you count hands and feet as separate from limbs, or do this count as part of your arms and legs?
I'll count whatever you want. You could get a different tattoo on each butt cheek if you want.
Nice. I am so getting Scorching Ray on my dick.
Scorching ray on your
Yeah.
dick. It would
talks
be
you
funny to
about
have
that.
stinking cloud on your ass, so you just like turn around, pull down your pants, and slap your ass, and a stinking cloud hits the enemies in the face.
And it talks dirty to you as well. The one on the dick.
Well, no, you talk dirty while you're turning around, slapping your ass. There's a
All
lot
the
of
places
humorous
you could put-
situations.
Yeah. The magic mouth spell. I mean, that just writes itself right there.
Yes.
It's called a glory hole.
Nice. Somebody should make a custom spell called Glory Hole.
I feel like we
Does
don't get
radiant
It
much
does
done.
like radiant damage.
In this Dark Sun game, I feel like we don't get much done. We do like 1 day per game. Half the crew leaves or shows up late. Shows up late or leaves early.
We're not the most efficient D&D group. We fuck around a lot.
I think
thought we
I'll
would,
do as you
I thought-
suggested and actually recruit a new player.
I thought we would attempt at least today to get on the
Yeah,
wagon and keep on moving.
Right? I thought so
Yeah,
too.
we never.
I figured the court
Oh.
case would only take a few minutes. Then I would ask you guys if you needed to buy any last minute stuff, and then we would immediately hit the road, and it hasn't happened. So we'll do that next week, I guess.
All right.
I was ready for it.
Uh,
I prepped the travel.
Random encounter tables and everything.
Well, they actually have a breakdown per day, and each day there's certain events that'll happen. So I prepped a little bit of the whole week of stuff. So I was
Oh, so
ready
you
to
have
go.
like 7 or 8 sessions just being on the road then.
Well, again, it comes down to how much you can accomplish in a session. You don't have to do one
day.
game day per session. You can speed it along. It's really up to you guys. If you guys had the court case and then said we rest until tomorrow, it would have been done like that. But
I guess I should take my long rest now.
yeah, there will definitely be a
End of
long
the day.
rest, and then the next game will pick up in the morning.
And some rest during the travel if we're in that big cargo thing.
Maybe not. You're going to be expected to be on guard against the dangers of the desert. That's what that other board is about. Hang on, let me save this table. I'll repack all this stuff and bring that other one back up.
I was ready to kill shit with my new level 5 spells, and everything.
Wait, you have level 5 spells?
No.
How?
He means
No,
the spells he got at level 5,
Yeah.
not 5th level
Oh,
spells.
okay.
Yeah.
You have what, 3rd level spells now, right?
I've had a
'Cause you're-
third level since the beginning, but yeah, I do.
Since when?
The beginning.
Maybe not, actually.
Well, you're only
Oh.
3rd level when you started, so you wouldn't.
Oh, yeah. No, I was
You'd
thinking.
have
4th
2nd level spells at 3rd level.
I used to like when they called them circle, like 1st circle, 2nd circle, 3rd circle, because then you don't have to talk about levels and levels.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, now I
That
can
made
cast
so much more
two-
sense.
I can cast 2 3rd level cleric spells.
3rd circle. Let's go back to calling them circles.
Circles. I got 2 circles. Circle dot.
So you have what? So you have 3rd circle spells now at level
They
5,
have
right?
circle forms.
Yeah, so I can cast fireball. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to cast fireball, and that's what was going on.
Remember, you're not an evoker, so friendly fire is a thing.
When you go to the Templars in the Templar Quarter and you bring them
So,
a prisoner,
okay,
this
if
is
you're fighting
the
a large army. You can just shoot the fireball in the back of
Yeah,
the.
I'm
army
an
and
evoker.
explode all
People
of them.
know of clerics casting magic.
this is the Templars' headquarters. They have their prison cells where any prisoners you bring
fire.
in. This is where Param would have been in one of these cells here. And when you talk to the Templars about missions and stuff, you'd meet them in the Templar office over here.
Your shops.
Is this the same map as the when we in the Darkest Dungeon where we fought the old hag?
Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, I remember.
It's a really cool looking map. I like it a lot. It's perfect for sort of like a city dungeon. It's got an office where the guard captain would be.
I mean,
and it's got some barracks for the
it-
soldiers and kitchens and stuff.
I mean, it quite literally is like a cell block. I mean,
It's even got a
like
torture
over
room over
here-
here. Oh yeah, torture room.
over here you've got like receiving, where you have kind of like the bullpen
Yeah.
for just like a whole bunch of guys. Then you got the individual cells. Where's the torture room?
Torture room's this one down in the corner here. It's got a bloody
Oh, sure the heck is.
bloody
Where's this
rack
from?
and some torture tools over here.
What is this for?
This is the Templar office. Like when you deliver a prisoner to the
Hmm.
Templars, this is the jail cells and the office where the Templars give you missions and stuff.
Cool. So we can in the future use this area to meet NPCs and stuff.
Yeah, whenever you go to the jail cells to talk to a prisoner, this is the one I'm going to use.
That's good.
Well, I'm glad our plan of scapegoating Param worked.
Yeah, that
I'm
wasn't a
kinda
solution
curious
that they
why-
that wasn't a solution they thought of in the book, so I had to wing a bunch of that. I figure
Oh.
it would work. I think in the guide they expected that you were going to choose somebody from one of the established town factions, and they had all this stuff about consequences if you fuck over one of the factions in town. But since you decided to fuck over the Urakite spies, nobody in town is opposed to that, and so nobody is upset about it. Except Traxxas.
I'm surprised they did. I'm
Why
surprised.
was Traxxas upset about though?
I don't know if I should say or not. It's kind of a spoiler.
Was he just like, oh, I know he's not part of the
I'm not gonna say. I'll let you think about it. But when the nobles were fine with your choice, and everybody was like, "All right, yay, mission accomplished," Traxxas left upset, but he still provided his soldiers. So whatever he was doing,
he's an Urkite spy.
whatever Traxxas was doing, apparently it wasn't specifically about like what he claimed it was about. He wanted something else out of this,
Oh.
and he didn't get it, so he's upset. But he's the only one.
It'll come back. It'll come back to haunt us later. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Not
And
20.
we have to watch out and be on guard from his guards, from his soldiers, because they might turn against us.
Hey, so can we try the whole initiative thing? Like I added my initiative modifiers
Yeah, here I'll
for
hit roll.
Vrenza and Daggerno.
Everybody's got to enter theirs. Go around and hit plus on everybody's counter so it'll work.
Wait a minute.
So I put mine in.
The initiatives.
Yeah, everybody's got to have something. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Wait, what if you actually have? Oh wait, yeah. You could actually have a 0 initiative.
You cannot have a 0 because you have to roll a d20.
There you go.
What if you have like negative dex modifier?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could happen, but it's rare.
We shouldn't be missing any now.
All right, so now I'll hit roll, and Norcus has not set their
Norcus.
initiative.
What? Who's Norcus? Oh, you put in -1.
And
I'll do it again.
should be valid. I guess put it to 1.
Cannot
change
be
it.
0 or lower.
All right, so now you can see everybody's in it is over there. So you should put a
Okay,
name
go
on
for
it. Who's purple? Nobody's purple. All right, so when we get a new player, there. Well, I guess Soul is over here. I gave that spot to Soul, but he hasn't been playing much.
Well, we can still name it Soul for now.
Do we have a spot?
I'll change it.
I put.
Is east and west reversed on the thing? North, south, east, west.
I mean, we don't actually have a spot for a new player if everybody shows up, but that's like never. Because we have 6 players and we have 6 spots.
We shrink.
Yeah, it is reversed. That's kind of weird.
Orange player, more, and then blue player. Where's blue player?
Blue's this corner, yeah.
That's Diamond Dragon.
Yeah,
What's the name of his character again? Traxxas.
Traxxas.
Yeah.
How do I spell that? TRAXUS.
Where's this mini?
And I'll change this
Wait, where
one.
did
Oh,
all
you
of
changed
our
it
minis
already.
go?
All right.
Where's this character?
Where did all of our minis go? Did you sweep
That's
them up?
not. It's not on the map.
I'll give him a random number and roll. All right, reset everybody else's too.
Oh yeah, we have to put
Wah,
numbers.
wah.
If you reset, it
So-
puts everybody back at 0. So.
Yeah, I guess they never thought of that somebody actually could get a 0 or a minus. I wonder why. I mean, it doesn't seem unreasonable that it could happen.
Now we got numbers now.
All right, so there you
Like,
can see.
it's unlikely that you'll have 20, but we'll do it anyways. Like,
So you can see on the right, it's got initiative, it's got everybody's in it that they put in, and then I can actually hit this and it'll jump to each person on the list with a little arrow so you know who's next and where it's at currently. And everything's color-coded, so it's all really, really cool.
Hey, and I can roll initiative with advantage now.
Yep.
How do you? Wait, what? How do you do that?
By rolling 2 d20s and actually only putting in the higher of the 2 rolls on his initiative counter.
No, so if
Oh,
you put
there's
in,
one that says roll advanced roll this. Okay.
yeah, so if you put in 2 dice, you got 3 right now. So if you put in 2 dice and then you hit roll advantage,
Not doing it. Hey, another 20.
try it again.
I got a 2.
Okay, now it's letting me push it. That was weird.
And see, and then it took the 13.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you only roll 1 dice with advantage, then it just takes that 1 dice. Like so you actually do have to give it 2 dice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like
And
about
then-
this roller. The other thing I don't like about this roller is that there's only this many save slots.
Yeah, I don't like having just that many.
Oh yeah.
But it's enough for now. It's like I have my attack roll set up, and then I've got my damage rolls with and without Hunter's Mark. And if I do any of my special modifiers, like my sniper shot, then I can or call
Wait,
shot or
where
whatever
did
the heck that.
Google spreadsheet go? I wanted to buy a free-handed shield because the long spears for mounted combat is
Wait, you want a
two-handed
three-handed
all the time.
shield?
free hand, like one of
Oh,
those
a
things
free
that just
hand.
goes on your
A buckler?
wrist.
A buckler.
Oh, you want? Yeah, but it's better than get the tortoise blade because it works better than a buckler because you can use it as an offhand weapon if you want to do two-handed
Tortoise
fighting
blade.
style. Tortoise blade.
It's a buckler made out of a turtle shell with a dagger sticking out of one end, like a punching dagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a
There's one for
guitar.
sale. There's a generic one for sale at the market, I believe. But they're very common. It shouldn't be hard to get like a regular one.
There was a cutter from Qatar playing a guitar.
Sure, I'll get one of those.
They cost 20 CP.
Here
They
you go.
cost 20 CP. They wear
Long.
here. If you look in
Here's the list.
the one
I
that's
put it on the
Okay.
table.
yeah, I think it's in there. And it counts as a weapon, not armor. You have to go down to the weapons to look for it. I think it's called a Jakar bone. Let me see if I can find it for you.
I don't see it under
Cost.
20 CP.
Oh,
Doesn't seem to
maybe
be on the
it's
spill.
loot.
Doesn't seem to be on this item list.
Maybe it was loot.
Yep, it was picked up as loot. Maybe I can generate one. Let's see.
Okay, I am gonna go and get some food.
All
I
right.
guess
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna-
pretty much wrapped up here. I've already saved the table.
See you next week.
See you, Chris.
You
Probably tomorrow when Barker wants to run another game.
Yeah, I don't.
might want to resave the game then, because
Maybe.
I know some people made some
Okay.
last minute changes. to the
Yeah, I'm
table.
gonna see if I can generate this item and then save it again. Hemp Courtier's
Wait,
outfit of
Is
wall.
there a shield category, or is it all just under armor?
The shields, I believe, are under armor, except for the tortoise blade, and that counts as a melee weapon. It's kind of nifty because it counts as a buckler, like so that you get +1 AC, and you get the free hand, and it counts as a dagger as well. So it's kind of nice if you have a two-handed weapon or like a versatile weapon. So that's why Vrenza has it, since she has her bow. That way she always has a weapon handy as well for melee if she needs it.
So the armor class just adds one.
Yeah, it just adds one because it's a buckler instead of two like a regular shield. But still, it's an extra one.
If not, if that's just loot, I'll just buy the Cyclops chit and the buckler.
Buckler, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
6 CP.
And then I saw this. I was thinking about this funky build. You know how like there's that two-weapon fighting style that if you have two weapons, it adds 1 AC.
Yep.
So if you had two tortoiseshell,
Oh, that would be
Blades.
good. You get a lot of
You
AC
have-
from that.
you get +3 AC, and you get to do like the two-handed weapon fighting style, and you'd still count as having two free hands for other actions, like grapples and stuff like that. I mean, you only be doing 1d4 at a time, but depending on your build, and they also count as finesse weapons, so you can use dex or strength depending on your build. They are a little OP. I'm not gonna lie. Tortoiseshell blade is a little OP. I mean, it's better than a regular dagger in every single way.
You can't throw it though.
Okay, not every single way then. My apologies. I bow to your wisdom, Long. But between my longbow and my sling, I never think I'm gonna actually throw a dagger.
Does it? Wait, do your bows? I guess in 5e, bows you use your dex modifier, right?
Yeah, they use your
don't
dex
spec-
modifier for yeah. So pure ranged attacks use your dex modifier to hit and for damage. The exception is thrown weapons. Use your strength unless they're finesse, and then you can use your strength or your dex.
Okay.
So a
Ninja, when it
dagger
says
or
fragile without a number, that just means fragile 1, right? Like it'll just get damaged on a if you roll a 1.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
or it has a fragile
Is that your
property and
favorite?
Ninja forgot to put in what the value was.
There's a
'Cause
couple
some of
different
them
kinds of
do
fragile.
specify 1, and the other ones actually specify a different number. So I'm just wondering if it's not specified, do I just assume it's 1?
Yeah, just assume it's 1.
Okay.
What's it made out of?
It is made out of Psylop chitin.
Chitin?
Chitin.
What's the other chitin stuff? I thought chitin was, it's either a 1 or a 2, I think. Chitin's pretty hard.
Can you do control find in it? No, you cannot. That looks up table.
No, I'm looking for weapons made out of.
On the web, you can through a browser.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
it's in the D&D. It's in the DM's. Here, I have a link to the DM's sheet. Let me look.
There's a Cylops chitin Elven scimitar that has fragile 1, so I
Where's the
guess it's
chitin?
fragile 1. A lot of the other chitin stuff does not specify though. Like all of them just say fragile, fragile, fragile. There was only that one item that says fragile 1. So I'm
So
I guess
on the in the
fragile.
DM rules, I just looked it up. So in the DM rules, in the materials section, the very last table for materials is the chitins, and Cylops chitin is listed as fragile 2.
Oh.
So in the DM rules spreadsheet, it's listed as fragile 2. I'm not sure why there's items that were generated as fragile 1 with Cylops chitin in.
Well, they are in this list, so I'll just take
That's weird. Yeah, so like Kank, Arab, Bosrog, Nest Mother, Kank Warrior, Thrycreen, all are fragile 3. Cylops, Thorcreen, Anacor, Inix, and Gaj are 2. And then Barex, Megapede, and Megapede Chitin are both fragile 1.
Hopefully, I remember that I can heal myself with Wild Shape later in our coming battles as a bonus action.
Oh wow. So most bones
Yeah.
are fragile, but you have two types of bone that aren't fragile.
Really?
Yeah, you have suet bone and drake bone. Both lack the fragile property.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like in your human body.
Oh no, I'm talking about the
I like that our player mats are these like folding D&D screens. I should have used my moon circle abilities while I was fighting what's his name? Quick Windsor.
So, Grit and Glory has the fragile property. When making a damage roll with a fragile weapon or arrow on a result equal to 1 or lower than the number in parentheses, the weapon or ammunition breaks immediately after the attack. If the AC of the target is 15 or higher, increase the value by 1. So if it
But
just says
instead of doing a
fragile,
straight,
if it just says fragile, it's a 1. Equal to 1 or lower than the number in parentheses. If there is one.
oh, you. So I see what happened. So Ninja,
Hmm.
if you bring up your DM's material table, you screwed up the properties chart
Okay.
accidentally
Let me
for
take
your
a look.
chitin. You went and you put in, you have 2 values for properties, and you put the fragile level in the first row and not in the second row. And I think when it was rolling for materials, it was pulling it from the second row because they all say fragile without a number, but then in the first properties row they have the fragile with the number. So it's either pulling from the wrong row, or you just need to add those values over in the second row.
So the rows, it's armor and weapons. So it might not have fragile as an armor.
Oh, so it has just regular fragile as an armor of a 1. And then, no, so the second row is weapons, right?
Second row is weapons.
So the first row has, so it's right, but it doesn't have a value. So the second row, because it just says properties, properties, it doesn't have it split up into armor versus weapon. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Well, that doesn't matter. It is what it is. It is armor and weapon.
Yeah.
If you scroll all the way to the top, you can see.
Well, so Cylops chitin as a armor is fragile too.
Yeah.
And as a weapon is just fragile with no modifier.
Yeah, I can change all those to fragile 1 if you want.
Well, I'm just saying, like when we have it later, we won't have this question.
Yeah. In Grit and Glory, it's assumed that it's a 1, so I'll just add a 1 to it.
Yeah. But we just have so many different values of fragile in this particular format. That's all I was thinking.
Generally, I wanted the shittier chitin to be way more fragile than the better chitin.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Kank chitin is garbage. Scrab chitin is garbage. Breaks on a 3. Bosrog's garbage. Kank Warrior chitin's garbage. Thrycrene's garbage.
Yeah.
Cylops chitin gets 2. I'll just make it even, I guess. Whatever. And
Well, you have
these
different
are all
values for different
2s all
things.
the way down, and then those are 1. All right, so now it matches.
What does hard mean for the weapon property? Because none of the other weapon properties have the hard property other than chitin. So what does that mean?
I think that's from the armor section. Made of large hard plates, making it vulnerable to the sundering weapon property. When taking a long or full rest in hard armor, you do not recover levels of exhaustion. So hard means
So
vulnerable
that should
to
belong
sundering.
though. So that should be in the armor properties, not the weapon properties then?
Yeah.
See? Yeah, there's something funky about this table. That's all I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah, so like when people are sundering and they have the hard property, there's a bonus to it. They either get a bonus to the sunder for
Okay.
you get a
And it's
bonus to the
extra-
attack roll equal to the value in parentheses. And I'm assuming if there's
And
none,
then-
then it's just +1.
And then it's extra uncomfortable, so you can't actually rest in chitin armor. You have to take it off every time you want to take a rest.
All right, I reverse those things.
Oh yeah, can you save the table again?
Yeah.
So I cannot wear my buckler while I'm resting then. Anything else that I can't wear while I'm resting? I don't actually have armor.
All right, for 7.5 ceramic pieces, I've added the tortoise blade buckler to the item list that you can buy.
Hmm. Is that in the shield areas or is it at the bottom?
Very bottom. I add all new items to the bottom.
Hmm. I haven't.
So
Do you have a new link to the DM's rules sheet?
I don't think so. Should be the same.
That's weird because none of the changes you made are showing up on my end.
Did you make a copy of the loot generator so you could mess with it? You're probably looking at a copy.
No, I have the link to the DM rules Google sheet.
The thing I just changed was on the loot generator, not the DM rules.
Oh, okay, so that's why.
The only difference that is nice about the the only thing that changes with the tortoise blade buckler is that it turns the Siloth's chitin buckler into a piercing damage, and I guess you could like put poison on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, not just that,
The only
but
benefit.
a shield also counts when you attack with it. Also counts as an improvised weapon and does non-lethal damage.
Yeah, you'll notice this one lost the non-lethal property that the regular shield has.
Yeah.
Right. And you'd get to add your proficiency modifier to it if you're proficient with daggers and shields.
Hmm.
It's a good utility item. It's got a little of everything.
Yeah.
A little defense, a little offense,
Freehand is bomb.
and
right
you can
there.
hold a torch.
Or you can use it for anything.
Anything. But usually holding a torch.
Yeah. In my case, holding the other side of a bow.
All right, well, we lost all our players. I'm going to end the Twitch stream. Thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. It's been fun. My OBS is glitching out super weird, so I don't have a button to end it for some reason.